By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
I got him. I knew it. I knew I got him. We almost had disaster, ladies and gentlemen. Flostradamus been in here pushing buttons again.
Well, here's the thing. You leave me in here, and I get nervous that I'm going to say wordy dirties on the radio. So I have to do all the things to ensure that doesn't happen.
We are back in the saddle here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. We are heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app, seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to the sportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, and join us in the chat. Today is a Tuesday.
Oh, it's a special Tuesday.
It is a special Tuesday. You know why? It's Michael Jordan's birthday.
Oh, he got a Daytona 500.
No. I mean, congratulations.
Tyler
Reddick with the win.
By the way, don't be weird with kids, Mike. Sitting there just, don't do that.
What was he tickling the children or something?
Yeah, he was. Don't be weird.
Okay.
Don't be weird. Just don't be weird.
He's just trying to be playful.
Yeah, don't be weird.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
It's above reproach, right?
Don't do weird things.
I didn't see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
search it trust me, search it in the break. You won't like what you see.
Okay.
Very often.
Okay. All right.
You know what today is?
What's today?
The Dolphins Suck Tuesday.
Oh, man. Do they ever? That you talk about an organization that is just crumbling from its foundation.
I can't wait for next year when you have Devon Achane behind Quinn Ewers with an offensive line that looks like it belongs with the San Antonio Brahmas, and you're throwing to a sweet receiver room of, what are the most random names I could say here? Taj Washington, Skylar Bell, and some random veteran to be named later. And Devon Achane just does the Wonder Year thing of, you might be wondering how I got here. I was the only good player drafted in 4 years, and now I'm just sitting here still on a rookie deal with a bunch of turds. Because this team is bad. Bad.
So you fire Mike McDaniel. I'm not saying you shouldn't have.
I get it. You fired Mike McDaniel, and you went, you know how committed we are to getting away from that capri pants wearing loser? We're not going to score ever again.
They got rid of the G. Well, Chris Greer was gone mid-season, right? So it all started there, and then we knew that we were counting the days with Mike McDaniel, and then the news comes day before yesterday. Tyreek Hill gone, free agent for the first time in his career. Bradley Chubb as well. They're cutting ties with him. There were a couple others on that list. I know Nick Westbrook-Akina was on that list as well. And then there were reports today that Jaylen Waddle walked up into the place and went, hey, what about me?
My time.
You're cutting everybody else. Can you please just get me out of here?
My time. My time is now.
For that to is that true? Have we verified that he actually did that?
I mean, I haven't verified it, but I feel like it's just kind of a given. He went, well, okay, so I'm the only receiver left. There's no quarterback here. Could you please get me to a place where I could be of some service?
Right. There's the whole Tua thing as well. That's settled, but it's not settled. Right? Like, there is zero way he plays again for the Miami Dolphins. Correct? No, Tua.
Oh,
that's
the funniest part of everything they did yesterday is they just go to the cap ledger. All right, how much flexibility do we have? We actually haven't even paid enough to get rid of him yet.
We still got stuff to do.
The way my bank account set up, I got a checking and a savings, and I kind of depleted all the savings, and now I need to save more.
Are there enough draft picks that the Miami Dolphins could give someone to take that contract from them?
Tua?
Yes.
No.
I didn't think so.
No.
Because at this point, I see that as the only path.
So I've heard a lot of that. Yeah. Tua's going to find a landing spot somewhere. So the combine starts in earnest. It starts for me in 5 days.
Yeah.
So I'll be in Indianapolis on Sunday. I have talked to a handful of people, just trying to fill up your dance card. You don't want to eat dinner by yourself. Sunday night, there will be a succulent dinner put in front of me that I'm not paying for. I don't know who he is, and I don't care. When that bill comes, I'm not even going to do the cute girl on a date thing where I act like, oh, I got this. No, I don't. I'm going to say that bill come down, I'm going to go, all you, bruh.
Are you going to the big house?
I believe so, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. We,
what's the name of that place?
St. Elmo's.
St. Elmo's, that's it.
I think that's where we're going. There's 2 of them. It's either that one or the other one. I did specifically say.
Wrap a little piece in tinfoil and bring it.
I did
bring it back
specifically
to the house
say I want a steak.
Yes. As you would.
I need some protein to start this particular week.
What else would you ask for? If someone said, hey, we're going to go have a good night out in Indianapolis.
Well, I'm not doing seafood because you probably pulled that out of Lake Michigan, and I don't want to even know what.
I don't know. That place that we went, that 4-star restaurant you dragged me into in a T-shirt.
Always dress fluid. Don't throw on sweatpants and an old Tampa Bay Buccaneers T-shirt.
I do.
Because I might take you to a dinner with Bob Kraft sitting upstairs.
As you have said before, I dress as the fluidest of middle school gym teachers.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I mean, it could go either. I'm flexible as long as we're in my price range.
Tank heard that old line of dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Tank wanted to open a comic book store in 1997.
I would like to.
So he dresses that way every day.
I would like once again to state for the record, I was told when we were leaving we were going to a calzone place that was like $7 for a calzone.
You never know.
And we ended up at some restaurant where my dinner, I went super cheap as you would, was like $80.
The funny thing is, Tank goes cheap even when I'm paying for it.
100% I do.
It's always been
if I wouldn't pay for it, I'm not going to ask you to pay for it.
We sit down at a restaurant and Tank goes, I will have a crouton, and if you can just rub a steak on a plate, and I'll lick it.
Right. Do you have kids' portions?
Do you have
look,
Tank turns into me at a nice restaurant. Could I have the chicken nuggets and mac and cheese, please?
I had the surgery, so I could only eat little pockets of things in fancy restaurants. It makes me nervous. It does. Like I can't see paying for stuff like that.
But
so even if you sit me down and go, hey, it's all on me, whatever you want. Bro. I'm like, okay, give me the $40 chicken tenders.
Putting in work with Bill Workman said Jeremy's just as likely to end up in a 5-star restaurant as he is to be drunk outside of Taco Bell.
No doubt about it. It's the wildest thing.
The funny thing is how many times I do both of those things in the same night. Yeah. Here by the grace of Darren Sproles. Just always remember.
That taco truck was fantastic.
Dude, you ate a taco off a truck that I genuinely, there was no health score posted. I'm not sure anything in that was ever actually an animal, and if it was not the animal that they told you it was. Mm-hmm. And he just went. Now, he'd also almost been hit by a city bus.
Yeah.
Not 5 minutes before that.
That's true. David L. in the comments asks, basically, if I was that frugal when I was courting my wife.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
what
guarantee
you see is what you get, and we sit down at the table, and I'm gonna go, "Hey,
we did,
don't hurt me,
honey.
Okay?
We're doing the first anniversary dinner and Valentine's Day on the same night with a coupon at the Bennigan's.
We celebrated this Valentine's with 3 Little Caesars pizzas.
You know what's funny? Amy and I did too. It wasn't Little Caesars. We ordered Pizza Hut for the first time in forever.
Mm-hmm.
When did Pizza Hut decide they want to be Little Caesars-esque?
I didn't
realize.
I
got a pizza that was as big as the rims on my truck for like $10.
Hell yeah.
It was so good.
Oh, I'm sure.
I just looked at her and I said, I believe our relationship has advanced into that learned stage where we have pizza and then we go, have a nice dinner, not on Valentine's Day.
Right.
When all the lemmings are out trying to get horizontal.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to get there? 8 years, bro. February 16th. What'd it do?
Patrick Holt's all happy on a Taco Tuesday today. Good to see Patrick into the YouTube comments.
Red Sea said $10. Jeremy doesn't remember the original topic of conversation. Yes, I do. The Miami Dolphins suck. That was the original topic.
Yes, the original topic is the Miami Dolphins. I'll take the blame. I'll take the Tank Spencer kiss of death.
You shook hands with Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
And they went just
I dapped up the
elbow
coach.
deep in a septic tank as soon as you did.
It's 2 years ago at the Combine. I dapped up Mike McDaniel. Was like, mad respect, coach. And ever since that moment, this thing has gone completely off the rails in a way that I can't remember a franchise dismantling.
Well, it's easy. This is the reason you don't pay mediocre quarterbacks.
100%.
Just look at how many things have gone. Do you remember that Ice Bowl game where Miami played against Kansas City in the playoffs and like 7 people had hypothermia?
Yeah.
From that minute on, the Miami Dolphins have had not 1 second of even mitigated joy. Because this is what happens. Mm-hmm. This is why you cannot get lost into stats. This is why stats matter in baseball. They don't matter in the NFL. They just don't. So when people tell me about how many yards a guy threw for or how many touchdowns he had, there's a reason that my eyes roll into the back of my head. Mm-hmm. Because straight up, I don't even kind of care. Tua Tagovailoa had 29 touchdowns. He was only sacked 29 times. He threw for 4,600 yards in 2023. And I screamed from the mountaintops, don't do this. You will regret it. 2 years later, you're the worst team in the NFL. And if you challenge me on that, that's fine. Who's worse? The funny thing is that the only team competing with them is in the same division.
Mm-hmm. Your Jets.
The New York Football Jets. But that's where you're at.
Yeah.
That is where you are. You had to look at a coach in Jeff Hafley who was very popular in the interview circuit and tell him, not only are we going to give you a Kellen Moore blip year, where I don't care how many games you win. Frankly, I hope you don't win a single one. And we're never going to hold that against you. I have this on really good authority. Mm-hmm. We're also going to let you pick your own GM, which he did with John Eric Sullivan, to the point of Stephen Ross didn't even remember their names when he introduced them. He was having to check his notes going, we're really committed. Hold on, I got to go Stephen Ross. We're really committed to John Eric. Which one are you?
Whatever his name is.
You two look a lot alike. Could you possibly wear a bow tie from now on? That would be great, so I could tell you two apart. You gave Jeff Hafley everything he wanted. Mm-hmm. I'm going to implore you, name me 3 pieces for the Miami Dolphins that are on that roster that you look at and go, that's set in stone. That's set in stone.
No, they ain't.
3 years from now, when the Miami Dolphins are good, this player X will be on this team and an integral part of it.
Mm-hmm. I can't think of one.
I can't either, because I don't think there is one. Maybe Jordan Brooks, 28-year-old off-ball linebacker.
Maybe
Minkah Fitzpatrick, 29-year-old safety.
No way. I don't know. I don't think I could see Minkah Fitzpatrick hanging around.
What's the impetus for getting rid of him?
Just gone. I mean, you're going to have to trade him because he'll be a malcontent.
Maybe.
I mean, anybody with any options in this league, why would you want to be a part of this? Why would you want to be a part of the 0-17 or 2027 Dolphins?
And you know what this goes back to? There's one thing in the NFL that's undefeated. Bad ownership will always rear its ugly head.
Absolutely.
I don't care what coach you hire. I don't care what quarterback you draft. I don't care. A bad owner will always peek his little head out of the gopher hole and go, watch me screw this up. Mm-hmm. And Stephen Ross has done it over and over and over again. I don't know why nobody gives him the flack for it that you get with Woody Johnson, Jimmy Haslam. Even at this point, David Tepper still takes strays, and I laugh every time I hear it. If you think David Tepper belongs in that group, I don't think we have much else to talk about.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think we got tired of it. I think part of it is we got tired of talking about the Miami Dolphins and how bad Stephen Ross was. Because remember back.
Oh, but then people fell for it.
Right,
because they made the playoffs that one time.
I don't know, but go back.
Oh, they scored 70 points. It is so funny to me how fickle fans can be. Miami's good. They scored 70 points in a game against the Denver Broncos. I couldn't care less if I tried.
Sure.
Because it wasn't hard to see that this was coming.
Mm-hmm.
I've been telling you this for years.
Mm-hmm.
This Miami team is the greatest Fabergé egg I've seen in forever. Do you remember the day they traded for Tyreek Hill? You and I were in here. Brian Hall was still here. He's a big Dolphins fan.
Right.
And it's between the Jets and the Dolphins. Do you remember what I said? You can have him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I have less than zero interest in being the one that does this because we're not ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
You're not ready for that. And then you start scoring points, and Mike McDaniel's got this offense. And I said, this is the Golden State Warriors, and the problem is you don't have Steph Curry.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because you think you can just outscore everybody. And then you go up and down what they've done in the draft over the last handful of years and go, there's not really a good there. Cam Smith, you remember that one? Yeah, very few Miami Dolphin fans do because I think he played about 8 more snaps than I did.
Mm-hmm.
Chop Robinson, that was real fun for a year. Wasn't real fun this year. Now I think it's going to get better. Kenneth Grant, I made fun of that the second the pick was announced.
Mm-hmm.
Jonas Savagnia. Outside of Devon Achane, it's really hard in the last 4 years to go, that was a good pick. Also, you want a dirty little secret? The Miami Dolphins in 2022 and 23 combined made a grand total of 8 draft selections. You ever want to really look at a team and go, this is about to go sideways? You find me a team that I can say that about, Washington Commanders. I'm looking right at you. You better nail every single one of them. Because if you miss, and they did, it'll kill you. Because now you look at the Miami Dolphins and go, there is nothing on that roster that is even worth salvaging.
No. There's not even anything that, is worth putting on a ticket. And I get that's ancillary stuff, but there's nothing to look at this roster, and is there anything to be proud of? You went from kind of relevant, 7 years ago, to completely and utterly disastrous. And like I was saying, we've ragged on Stephen Ross for so long that I don't even feel the need to do it anymore. Because you are such a circus franchise. And it all dates back to that Des Bryant stuff. Remember? And then they went through the whole hazing thing with what was the offensive lineman that was involved in all of that? They had that big scandal. And every step of the way, Brian Flores, right? You had a situation where the coach sued the league because of the mistreatment in that organization. You've had the tampering stuff. You've had so many just dumb things come out of this organization. Who can be surprised that this is where you're at? That once again, you're trying to reset the entire franchise. That this is a franchise that has not been relevant since, 1996?
I would go further than that.
I would say, in those moments, Marino was still making the playoffs.
That doesn't mean you're relevant. See, what you just said is what teams do constantly because you're so scared. You're so scared to be irrelevant. You almost have to be irrelevant at some point. Name me a team that has not just completely bottomed out.
Mm-hmm.
If you're about to say New England, they were the second worst team in the NFL 2 years ago.
Right.
Seattle was the 5th worst team in the league, 3 years ago? That might have been 2 as well. I think that was in the same draft.
Yeah.
If you don't bottom out, it is really hard to get elite talent. Because I hate to tell you this, there's a lot of guys doing what I do. There's a lot of guys working in NFL front offices that do what I do that are just absolutely deep diving these guys' lives to find the one that's going to be the one that they can cling on to forever.
Mm-hmm.
So the chances of you finding one of these 5th, 6th, 7th round guys that just randomly pops, it's getting less every year. So if you don't have high-end capital, it's hard to rebuild a roster. And it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
There are two builds that work in this league. You can either have a truly elite quarterback or you can have a cheap one. Those two work. You know what doesn't work? A middling, expensive quarterback. And there are a handful of teams that, I look at and go, the Miami Dolphins should really be a cautionary tale to you. And I'm going to tell you who that is in about 3 minutes.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
iHeartRadio.
Olympics update.
3 Americans start their bids for individual figure skating medals in today's women's singles short program. Alyssa Liu, Isabeau Levito, and Amber Glenn take to the ice in the competition. Glenn says she'll need to stay focused.
Abilities and all the hard work that I've put in over the years and not let any outside sources distract me. 9
medal events are set for today, including the women's snowboard slopestyle and the men's freestyle big air final.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
Dan Scott here, inviting you to check out my new show every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. here on ESPN Asheville, where we bring sports and faith together. The Dan Scott Show, 8 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Asheville.
This month, iHeartRadio is celebrating the stars of the 2026 Winter Games. Raised in the mountains of Silverthorne, Colorado, Red Gerard is a snowboarder's snowboarder. After shocking the world with a gold medal as a teenager in 2018, he's matured into one of the most consistent riders on the mountain. Known for finding creative lines that no one else sees, he brings a smooth, effortless style to the slopestyle course. Gerard drops in at Milano Cortina looking to climb back to the top of the Olympic podium. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time, the moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
The Sportsocracy.
The ceiling is the roof. Let's make it happen. Let's keep moving forward.
And we're back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Happy 63rd birthday to the great one, Michael Jordan. I'll never forget Michael Jordan's birthday because it's the same day as my papa's birthday. And he would have been 102 today. And guess what else? WWNC turned 99 today. Just mark it on your calendar. We're going to have a big 100-year party. It's going to be fun.
So
you guys should come.
So does that mean WWNC it can now be inappropriate with their nurse at the home? I think when you hit 100, that's.
I think that's been going on for a while.
For sure. I actually think that age is closer to like 75.
I think that license has been out there for a while. No, but happy birthday to everybody who has a birthday on one of the greatest days of the year, February 17th. Also, 31 years ago today, Heavyweights released. We got a lot going on today. Just saying.
It's a very tank-centric.
It is a very tank-centric. Oh, by the way, we had a beer named after us today. Archetype Brewing in West Asheville on Haywood Road has now released a Midnight Voice Imperial Stout that is in honor of our coverage of the of Hurricane Helene on the radio. So we got that going for us too. It's a busy day. We got things.
Is it available now?
Yes, it is. Today was the release day. You can go get you some. I think we're planning to go down there on Friday evening and do some kind of happy hour thing. So that's in the works.
I could have a happy hour.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll have a stout if it's named after me. Why not? Anyway, Jeremy, going into the break there, you said the Miami Dolphins is a warning for some other teams.
It's a great cautionary tale.
Okay.
Of when you pay mediocre quarterbacks at the top of the industry.
Right.
Look what happens to your team. I'm just looking at the top of the list.
Okay.
This is everybody that's over $180 million. That line was for Kirk O'Chains.
Okay.
How'd that go for Atlanta?
Not good.
Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, $240 million. How'd that go?
I'd say it's fine.
Greene, it's fine. You didn't even make the playoffs.
Well, I mean, he's our long-term solution, and he could be worse.
Brock Purdy. Give it a minute. That contract hadn't kicked in yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll see.
Jordan Love. Give it a minute. That contract hadn't kicked in yet.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun Watson.
Well, of course.
Kyler Murray.
Not good.
So the teams that I'm looking at are the Carolina Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with you re-signing Bryce Young, but I'm very specific about the number. What's that number for you? APV, can he be ahead of Sam Darnold?
No.
Can he be ahead of Baker Mayfield?
Mm-mm.
Do you know what the drop-off is from Baker Mayfield? He's the cheapest, genuine sign to be your starter.
I was going to say it's probably like $9 million.
It's $13.3.
Wow.
Because Baker makes $13.3. Justin Fields is at $20 million. Sorry. That was like a digestif. You just drink it and go, oh.
I probably would have to go to 35 though for Bryce. You'd have to give him more than Sam.
I'm out. If I have to give him more than Sam,
Sam will renegotiate, won't he?
No doubt.
Right.
But he's going to be a great value for a while.
Well, I was going to say he's going to go up to $47 million here pretty soon.
Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams will be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL a year from now.
Which is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Super dumb.
And that's enough for me to look at the Chicago Bears and go, Kush.
Right. Because I'm in the same boat. Like, this is the $30 million to $38 million. That is where these guys belong.
Mm-hmm. And the problem is they won't accept it.
No.
Because they don't have to.
No. Somebody will give them stupid money, and whatever franchise does that will regret it. Just like the Miami Dolphins just did with Tua Tagovailoa.
Mm-hmm.
You give him the big money, and to me it's still so mind-blowing because we all saw it. We sat in this here studio talking about it when it happened. When they were talking about doing it, screaming to the top of our lungs, do not do this, because you don't know how this is going to go. All of the questions of whether or not he was going to continue to play, right? Whether he could survive in this league. One more hit, and he's done. How many times did we talk about that? Mm-hmm. And you still just looked that in the face and went, you know what? No. And the hit that retired him hasn't come yet. It may have. Because right now on the odds for where Tua Tagovailoa ends up next season, being a member of the Miami Dolphins or retiring from the NFL are 30% chances. Like, that's the highest percentage chance that he has to do anything.
I mean, the thing you got to understand about Tua is how ingrained he was into that system because he doesn't work anywhere else. What does Tua Tagovailoa do well?
What?
Quick release.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
He has a lightning fast release.
Mm-hmm.
That only really helps you in a specific RPO type game. How many teams around the NFL run a system where that actually works? And this is the bigger point for me. If you're looking at your quarterback going, is he a top 10 guy? If your answer is not a resounding yes. New England Patriots, yours is a resounding yes. Washington Commanders, yours is a resounding yes. Oh, but he was hurt last year. Don't care. I know how good he is when he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name me another one that is? Is C.J. Stroud a resounding yes?
No, not resounding.
I don't think he is. Because C.J. Stroud, I got news for you. That negotiation starts at $55 million, and I promise you it won't end there.
Yikes.
So you're talking about taking a fifth of what your team is worth on C.J. Stroud, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young. Those are really the three big heavy hitters.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix. Because I can't say it with Bo either. The beauty of those guys right now is that they're so cheap. Right now, 2025 season, Bo Nix made less than Tyson Bagent. That's not an opinion, that's a fact.
Right.
When you pay them, other things go away. It's exactly what happened to the Miami Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start replacing known entities, be it Jalen Ramsey or whoever else you want to go with, and you have to go all in. So they went all in with Bradley Chubb. He's been hurt, and he hasn't been as good as you thought he would be.
Deconstructed the offensive line.
You started throwing darts at a board with Patrick Paul, Jonas Savagnia, Liam Eichenberg, and not all of them hit. So now you've got this very expensive asset behind a mediocre offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
You've got two good weapons, but what happened to the two good weapons when Tyreek Hill went down? Now you don't have one good weapon. You have a two masquerading as a one, and the rest of the roster falls apart because you become very top-heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're paying $50, $55, $60 million to a quarterback, it is borderline impossible to build a roster around them. This is something that scares me with the Cincinnati Bengals, but I think Joe Burrow is just that good when he's on the field.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, even Cincinnati, you look at that team and go, man, it'd be good if your defense was better. How do you build the defense? Oh, they have all this money. You need two edge rushers, a situational and a three down. You need at least one defensive tackle, in spite of the fact you've drafted, I think, 3 in 3 years. You need two linebackers. You need at least a legit number one corner because you don't have one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And you need two safeties. How do you do that with $70 million? You can't. You have to be able to draft it. It's the only way that it works. So when you look at a team that historically has not been a great drafting team with the Chicago Bears, specifically the Houston Texans, Houston is awful at three positions.
Mm-hmm.
Awful. So you're going to have to find those guys in free agency. The math doesn't work. People get so locked into that I hate players. No, it's not that I hate a player. I think every player in the NFL could be successful somewhere. The question is, can they be successful where they are? Tua Tagovailoa, if a team built a system around him, the medical wasn't an issue, and he made $10 million, could he be a legit starter in this league? Absolutely. The problem is, and I said this with my children for 20 years, if what you're about to say to me starts within a perfect world, I'm not listening to another word because we don't live in a perfect world.
Mm-hmm.
In the NFL, we live in a salary cap world. So it matters how big of a piece of the pie can you withstand. And I don't see it with any of these guys. I know they're going to get paid. I called this during the playoff run with the Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams will be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL before this all said and done. Have you ever one time thought he was that guy?
No.
One time. Oh, but that play in the playoffs. Go back and watch it. It was a terrible decision. It was a terrible throw, and it was terrible coverage. Even a competent cornerback, picks that off standing still. They didn't have anything to do with Caleb Williams. Oh, he made a great throw. There are a lot of guys in this country that could make a great throw one time. There are a lot of guys with great arms.
I've seen Zach Wilson make a couple of good
Zach
throws.
Wilson has legit – the two greatest arms I've ever seen in person were Jamarcus Russell and Zach Wilson. Pat Mahomes doesn't have that arm. Lamar Jackson doesn't have that arm. Josh Allen's got a cannon, but it's not hyper accurate. If we're talking about just, my God, look at the throw he just made. It's Jamarcus Russell and Zach Wilson. And really, there's a pretty significant distance between those two and everybody else. They were both busts because they had $1 million arms and 10-cent brains. You invested the number 1 and number 2 pick in them, and you could never build anything around them because you couldn't draft well enough. You couldn't motivate Jamarcus Russell, and Zach Wilson was just not ready to play quarterback in the NFL. I'm looking up and down going, the Miami Dolphins are the greatest warning sign you'll ever see. If you do this, just understand, that quarterback that's been, he's like the 12th best quarterback in the league, now he's got to be 2. Because that's how you paid him. And when he doesn't, don't be surprised when I'm sitting here going, I tried to tell you this.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. Get just a bit outside. Up next.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Patchy fog course here this morning, otherwise mix of clouds and sunshine today. Again, temperatures well above average. Middle to upper 60s this afternoon. Middle to upper 40s tonight. Lots of clouds tomorrow. Mild. Middle to upper part of the 60s. Cloudy skies Thursday morning with a couple of showers, a few peaks of afternoon sun, all the way up to around 70 Thursday afternoon. Chance for more rain Thursday night, Friday to finish out the business week near 70. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Whoever said opposites attract was definitely talking about the new Spicy menu at DQ. Spicy flamethrower chicken strip served with a dip of sweet DQ soft serve. Sounds wrong, but tastes so right. The new Spicy menu at DQ. Happy tastes good. For a limited time at participating locations.
Sick of gray, gloomy winter hibernation? At Kohl's, you can make spring come early with colorful accents that brighten up your home, like vibrant cookware and decor, cozy bedding and towels. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save 15% on home purchases. So shop Kohl's Home Refresh and move on to spring. The weather will catch up eventually. Select styles. Offer ends March 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
It's pretty simple. We're neighbors. We're in your city, talking about your town. You can't fake it. Take your favorite spot on the dial with you on the go. Download the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Guaranteed human.
Oh, you know that sound. And you know how to get rid of it, too. When that craving hits, there's only one place to go. Asheville South Slope. Downtown Asheville, Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue. Slow smoked brisket, pulled pork, homemade sides, scratch-made sauces. We keep telling you how good Bear's is. Now recognized by USA Today as one of the 29 restaurants of the year for 2026. Every special occasion deserves a Bear feast. You can order online at bearsbbq.com.
Did you know that Ingles sells a huge variety of organic items? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA choice and prime meat? Did you know that they have more local craft beer than any place else? Or that they have Energy Smart stores? Or that they professionally slice and package imported cheese from Europe? Did you know about their giant international aisle, local farm partnerships, curbside pickup, wine department? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks? Well, now you do. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
We're back at the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Welcome into another Olympic update here on the iHeartRadio app.
Is this
you're
curling
official?
game?
No, it's not curling.
Yeah, if
game.
you ever need to know why Jeremy hates the Olympics, listening to people that don't know the rules of curling go, he tapped it twice. You didn't know that was a thing until 5 minutes ago. And that, boys and girls, is why I hate the Olympics. Oh, the French judge screwed the American figure skating team.
Did.
You wouldn't know a triple Lutz from a triple cheeseburger. Calm down, Daryl. Oh, but obviously they were better. Why? Give me one reason why that doesn't involve you going, well, look how hot the American girl is. Okay? She is a 12. I don't think it's a beauty pageant there, goob.
Is it not? Because it kind of is.
If it is, some of these countries did not put their best foot. You were beat before it started.
Wah, wah. Wow. That went to a whole nother place. No, this is not this is not extra fingering of the stone. This is
by the way, curling board 5.
This is Penisgate.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Yes.
Did they run out of condoms in the Olympic Village again?
They actually did. They actually did.
How many
run
was
out
it
of
this
condoms.
year? 473 million.
They had they had a shipment of 10,000 to start out with.
10,000.
It took them 3 days to run through 10,000 condoms.
10,000. My God, Tyreek Hill could run through that just since he's been released. Oh wait, he doesn't use that.
Yikes, he does not. He most definitely doesn't. He's got that. Never mind.
Game's not strong.
No. This is another cheating scandal, though. Could be. Have you ever heard of hyaluronic acid?
I think that's the next thing that Aaron Rodgers is going to do, right?
Maybe he is. Maybe this is his new girlfriend. Is the hyaluronic acid? Hyaluronic acid is used to make your soldier bigger. It's what they use in enlargement procedures.
Google's where to buy
hyaluronic acid.
What's the first 4 letters of that word?
HYAL.
Oh, it did it. It did it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, I'm not the first fella that's gone down this road.
No. So here's the accusation. The accusation is that ski jumpers are getting genital enlarging injections which increase the surface area of their suits, which makes them fly farther when they do the long jump and the high jump and all that kind of stuff.
So has this story evolved since I told it a week ago?
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't remember you saying
the stitching, because I made the flying squirrel joke.
I don't remember that at all. Not at all. To me, the funniest part of the story is the guy, the doctor has now come forward and said, yes, I treated a ski jumper. This is common. The patient told me that he wanted it so he wouldn't be embarrassed in the locker room afterwards.
As you do.
Right. I mean, maybe you're not, putting your best foot forward, as Jeremy said.
I like to call this the Tank Spencer rule.
Sure. And you're going to have to change your clothes and with other dudes who may have put their best foot forward. And so you want to, you kind of want to be a part of the crowd.
Tank was the
good for you. Good. I mean,
Tank was the kid in a t-shirt and a bathing suit.
100%. Never getting naked in a locker room.
I was the one going, when's the shower after English? My story's about the NBA. The NBA just can't get out of its own way.
That's why I stopped showering at school. I just went, nope, not going to do it.
Oh, French. My French class. My Lord have mercy. That's Ian. I'm present and accounted for. Anyway.
You were showering in French class?
No, I wanted to. But they didn't do that because you're not supposed to get sweaty in French class. Anyway. There are at least 2 guys that listen to this show that were in my French class going, I know exactly what he's talking about right now. Anyway, the NBA seems to want to destroy itself at all costs. Did you watch any of
Hell no.
Did you watch any of the All-Star Weekend?
No, why would I?
None of it. No dunk contest, no three-point shootout.
No. They had 4 dudes in the dunk contest that I don't think I could have named if you gave me 185,000 tries.
One of them tried to commit self-murder on television. Did you see that?
No.
He bounced one off the side of the backboard, caught it, and then got stuffed by the side of the backboard and just went feet over face, like, no.
Well,
and then he just bounced up like brain damage. There's just brain damage there because you're not supposed to land that way.
Well, what do you think is going to happen when you put Matt Stevenson in the NBA slam dunk contest? Like, I literally looked at that list and went, I have zero clue who any of these dudes are.
No clue, don't care.
They didn't even put Mac McClung in it.
I did at least watch a little bit of the All-Star festivities, the game itself, mainly because I had nothing else to watch on Sunday.
Oh, okay. So you indulged yourself in the USA versus the world.
It was actually not bad.
Okay.
It was at least competitive.
That's surprising.
It was light years better than what it had.
Well, I mean, hell, Team World had Luka and Joker and Wemby. End of message.
Yeah, Team USA doesn't really work so hot against the world anymore. We need to start. We'll go against Europe, maybe. Nope. Wouldn't go well either.
Nope, that's the same guys.
Yeah, same team.
That didn't help you.
Europe's doing basketball real good right now.
They are.
But then a report came out over the weekend where basically Adam Silver went, I am so against tanking that I will destroy the league. This report comes from The Athletic. Adam Silver is willing to go as far as disbanding the NBA draft to do away with tanking.
Scusi.
Do you realize how stupid of an idea that actually is? I'm just going to give you a list. It's off the top of my head, and it's without really thinking about this with any measure of thought.
Okay.
The Toronto Raptors, the Indiana Pacers, the Atlanta Hawks, the Charlotte Hornets, the Memphis Grizzlies, the San Antonio Spurs, the Portland Trailblazers, the Utah Jazz, the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Denver Nuggets. You know what all those teams have in common?
What's that?
The minute you do away with the draft, they might as well pack their excrement in a box and say, we're done, because you'll never, ever, 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 ever get a number 1 pick to sign with you.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they're all small markets. And some of them have really restrictive tax laws that make it to where you make significantly less where you are. I'm looking at you, Toronto. You make significantly less playing there than you would make in, I don't know, Orlando, where there's no state tax.
Mm-hmm.
This is the single stupidest thing anybody in sports as a commissioner has ever said out loud.
Wow.
The NFL draft has become probably the 3rd biggest thing we do on the NFL calendar. You got the conference championship games, the Super Bowl, the draft. I would say that's 1, 2, 3 in terms of views across all of it. The NBA is so stupid that they're actually looking at it going, you know what? What if we just did away with that? You cannot help yourself. And I tell that story to tell this story. The World Baseball Classic, it's coming back.
Oh, goody.
We're doing it again.
Okay.
This spring.
All right.
Mike Trout can't play in it.
Okay.
His contract is so excised, he can't get insurance. I want you to think about what I just said. You're going to play in the single biggest thing that your sport does. Your medical history and your contract are so stupid that no insurance company will pay it.
Yes.
That would be the equivalent, and I'm trying to think of a really, because the NFL doesn't do stupid things like this outside of it.
Yeah.
This would be the equivalent of a free agent signing with an NFL team before the playoffs, and they're not allowed to play in the playoffs because I can't insure your contract. First of all, the fact you're having to do it on your own is insanely stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Another reason the NFL doesn't do that. But the fact that every insurance carrier in the country looked at you and went, you make so much money that is so much more than what you're actually worth, we can't even insure it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, surely to God, it's got to be some insane amount, right? Do you know what the amount is?
No clue.
$35 million. You can't get insurance on $35 million to play in the biggest thing your sport does.
It's not the biggest thing.
It's the biggest thing rating-wise this sport does outside of your World Series. It destroys everything else. I mean, you can go by any metric you want to. Social media mentions, actual television ratings, anything. It destroys the regular season. You can't even get insured to play in it. Do you know what that means?
What?
It means that from the business sector, everything in your sport that you're doing is so stupid that we can't back it up to make free money. Because the vast majority of you are not going to get injured. And if Mike Trout can't get it, with how much he would actually generate from that, it tells me that a lot of other guys probably can't too.
I would doubt it.
I don't at all.
Because Mike Trout's injury history is awful.
Fact or fiction, he's the most marketable U.S. star we have. You're right. His injury history is a disaster. It's a war zone.
Maybe so.
He's the most profitable player we have. Name me any other one. Name me another American baseball player that's even in his stratosphere.
Mookie Betts.
I don't think he's in Mike Trout's stratosphere. But even if I seeded that, that's one of two.
Mm-hmm.
This is the biggest star on the team in the country where you're trying to funnel this.
Yeah, but
I get it. The injury history is awful.
Right.
How many other guys have terrible injury histories? The NBA All-Star
That
game.
make that kind of money, though?
The NBA All-Star game. You ever heard somebody struggle to find insurance for that? Because I haven't. You ever heard guys struggle to find insurance for the Pro Bowl? This is the first time I've ever heard anything like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I do not think it's ironic that it comes a year before you're about to shut the sport down. Because that's the kicker. That's me. That's the insurance industry telling me they know what's getting ready to come. They know what's getting ready to happen. Baseball's going to go on strike, and it's going to happen for a real long time. What's getting ready to happen in Major League Baseball is going to make 1993 look like a Tonka toy.
Then it'll be completely irrelevant.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You'll kill the sport.
And why? But now, why are you killing the sport? Because you didn't listen to smart people 30 years ago. Go, this model is moronic.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sell out a 25,000-seat stadium, but you're paying guys $500 million. Do you see how when you say that out loud, it sounds really, really insanely stupid?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But, the players' union is so strong. Cool. You're going to bankrupt your sport.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't see any way that it doesn't happen.
You are in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. When we come back from the break, we'll continue to roll through the NFL news and free agency, all of the things, right after this.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Clouds and weather out here this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, temperatures well above average, all the way up towards the upper 60s here this afternoon. Increasing clouds here tonight, middle to upper 40s. Lots of clouds tomorrow. Temperatures remain well above average. Highs Wednesday afternoon, middle to even upper part of the 60s. Cloudy skies Thursday morning with a couple of rain showers, a few peaks of afternoon sun. Closing in on 70 Thursday afternoon. Rain Friday mainly through the morning. Highs near 70. I'm Ken Boone with the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, Blueprint Takeoffs turn your blueprints into quotes faster. Bring your plans to the Lowe's Pro Desk and get help streamlining the estimating process. Then, when your order's ready, Lowe's delivers to the job site.
Running for office means having something important to say. Radio is the most personal medium out there. Voters hear the real you, exactly the way you want to be heard. No filters, no AI. Just your voice, your message. And it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country, even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Call now and be on the air in just 48 hours. 844-844-IHEART. That's 844-844-IHEART.
You can swirl it, you can sip it, but the best way is to share it. Hey y'all, I'm Deanna, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You get that bold flavor of the Coke mixed with the smooth deliciousness of the vanilla ice cream. You have a juicy filet and a smooth, creamy float. It's an awesome pairing.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals at $4, $6, and $8. The new Biggie Deals are bigger and biggier than ever. For a pretty Biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
And the winner of the iHeart Podcast Award is...
You can decide who takes home the 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards Podcast of the Year by voting at iHeartPodcastAwards.com now through February 22nd. See all the nominees and place your vote at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
It's time to discover the convenience and time savings of contact-free pickup with Ingles Curbside. Just visit shop.ingles-markets.com or download the app. And your Ingles personal shopper gets to work with specialized training on how to select the freshest items for a pre-scheduled pickup. They'll even text you with updates. You pull up to a designated space and your personal shopper delivers your items right to your vehicle. Fresh, fast, and affordable. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community. and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope. Furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. Join us in the chat. We got basketball coming up tonight on ESPN Asheville. It's the big rivalry, not that rivalry game. It's the one that the NC State people think is a rivalry. The bad part is they're probably going to win tonight.
No Caleb Wilson.
No Caleb Wilson is just – it's too much. It's too much to bear. Although, I mean, they played well against Pitt, but it was Pitt. So Pitt's only won like 2 games this year in the ACC. So anyhow, Tar Heels tonight against NC State. NC State's actually a 6.5-point favorite at home, which, I mean, I feel like it's worth a look at. Because I mean, Caleb Wilson is a big loss. But I don't know that NC State's that much better than Carolina without him. What do I know? We'll find out tonight. 6 o'clock pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off, NC State and Carolina in Raleigh tonight on ESPN Asheville. Kenny Walker, the pride of Winston-Salem. He was there for a couple of years. The Super Bowl MVP will not be franchise tagged by the Seattle Seahawks.
They are unlikely to use the franchise or transition tag on Kenny Walker.
No tags. They're not going to tag him. Why? Because they're going to do a long-term deal.
I don't see any way he gets out of Seattle. If he does, he's going to get paid. We've seen this before. Guy wins Super Bowl MVP, hits free agency, cashes in, and you immediately regret it. I don't necessarily think you would regret it with Kenny Walker. I just have never seen him be that guy.
No. I mean, you're right. He's never been. I'm trying to think, and he's never been that guy. I've followed his career pretty closely.
You loved Kenny Walker.
I loved Kenny Walker coming out. And he's been, I would say he's a plus check mark now.
Sure.
Now, Super Bowl MVP definitely puts you into a different class, but I don't think he's in that class.
He's rushed for 1,000 yards twice,
right?
And neither one of those seasons did he break it by the distance from where I'm sitting to my truck.
Right. $12.5 million. That's where I'm at with him.
It's too much.
That's too much?
Okay, ask yourself this question. Which running back would you rather have, Kenny Walker or Breece Hall? For me, it's
I'll take Breece Hall.
It's
yeah.
Breece Hall. It's not even close.
Yeah, and he'll get more than that.
No, he won't. No, he won't.
Really?
The one thing that might be a saving grace, first of all, I think the Jets are going to transition tag Breece Hall.
Okay.
So that's original draft pick compensation. So they get a 2, and they'll let somebody else orchestrate the deal. Because if you're the Jets, you can look around and go, I don't think we need to use this on anybody else. I think we're good. You are the one.
So transition tag means
original round compensation.
Okay.
So Breece Hall was a second-round pick.
Okay.
So the team that signs it would owe them a second-round pick.
Right.
And they have the right to match if you sign them to a deal. So unless you just put in the most god-awful poison pill you've ever seen, by the way, the Jets have the fourth most cap space.
So it's not like a set number like the franchise tag is. Because the franchise
he
tag –
can sign the transition tag at any time, and I want to say that comes in at it's the top 15. So franchise is the average of the top 5 guys in the league. I think transition's either top 10 or top 15. I can't remember which one.
Okay.
I want to say the tag number was 9-2 or something like that.
Most
likely Breece Hall would wind up playing because nobody's going to give you a second-round pick.
Right.
If they would have done it at the trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
and then just re-signed him and not dealt with any of this.
Right.
This is a really bad running back class, though.
Franchise tag is $14.5 million. And to me, that's too much for Kenny Walker.
It's too much for Kenny Walker. I think it's about right for Breece Hall.
But I keep looking at the James Cook line on.
Is there ever a path that you would take Kenny Walker over James Cook?
No.
See, that's where that dies on the vine for me. Running back is just one of those positions where you look at it and go, this should make pretty much sense from 1 to 20 of I would take these guys in order. Because we always do that. Well, they got paid most recently.
Mm-hmm.
The contracts haven't changed that much for running backs. Saquon changed the game. Saquon's different than everybody else. Sure. Christian McCaffrey, same way.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Walker's not that guy. So you can look at Derrick Henry and go, would I take Derrick Henry or Kenny Walker? For one season, I'll take Derrick Henry. Jonathan Taylor or Kenny Walker.
Mm-hmm.
For one season, Jonathan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Breece Hall, I'd take Breece Hall.
Mm-hmm.
James Cook, same thing. So that tells me he should fit in somewhere just underneath that. I'll give you a surge,
right?
Because you are the one that just got done.
Mm-hmm.
But running back deals just haven't changed that much. I think they left out a sentence in the AP story of they're unlikely to tag Kenny Walker because they're already close to a deal anyway.
Mm-hmm. Could be. John Schneider was at the Super Bowl parade joking in front of the crowd that Kenny Walker was trying to negotiate with him backstage. I believe there is an obvious want for Kenneth Walker to stay in Seattle. He's comfortable there. I think he wants to be a part of the team. But he's also got to take care of himself. And I think in turn, everybody else that's in his class, because you're the next running back up to get paid. So I don't think you're going to get into a dispute with him. I don't think it'll be a situation where he, refuses and there's drama and all of that. You give him a decent number, and I think you got him locked up.
Kenny Walker is going to get a raise solely because he won Super Bowl MVP.
Absolutely.
Also, Zach Charbonnet's coming off an injury, and this is a really tough year to get one cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And he just fits that scheme so unbelievably well.
Mm-hmm.
And the OC that you brought in to replace Kubiak's off the Shanahan staff, they're going to do very largely the same thing.
I think that number is between 11 and 13. I think that's where that number ends up being. He'll agree to a 4-year deal for $45 million or something.
I'd get down with that. And I think that's about what it will be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what that led me to was, are there other guys that are going to get franchise tag? The Dallas Cowboys have basically already said they're going to hit Pickens with it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll treat that one as a foregone conclusion.
Good Lord. That swells that number, that cap number.
I mean, but are you upset by it?
No, you have to.
Because I really don't want to sign George Pickens to a long-term deal.
No, I'm taking him every year.
I'm
year that he's worth it, right? Like he has the same year he had next year that he had this year. I'll do it again. I'll pay the 20% premium or whatever it is for the second year of the franchise tag. Because I just cannot commit long term to head cases. And he's one.
And he is one.
Yeah,
he is one. Is there anybody else you look at? And to me, Breece Hall is 90% to get the transition tag from the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody else you look at and go, because I've heard Trey Hendrickson with Cincinnati, I just don't see it. First of all, he's not worth $30.2 million right now.
Right.
Second of all, he wants the full bite at the apple to get that deal that's going to take him into retirement. And I think that either comes from the Bears or there are a handful of teams that make sense.
Mm-hmm.
That they're competitive now. They need the pass rusher. They've got enough money to make one big move. I just don't see it. If I'm Cincinnati, I'll take the 3. I'll try to get younger.
The only other one that I would think as a GM I would consider franchise tagging would be Linderbaum in Baltimore. Because I don't know what that number is.
I can tell you.
But I would imagine that he's worth it. I'm not sure what the average of the top 5 positions or the top 5 salaries at center are, but I can't imagine they're Way too high.
And that's the problem, is that it's not at center.
Okay.
It's at offensive line.
We don't
break them down
line.
like that.
Ah.
So, yeah, his number is $27.7 million. There's no way. There's just no way.
There was just no way. I could not.
I think he will resign.
That was crazier than I thought it was going to be. Because I thought if you break it down by center, hell, the highest paid center is probably making $15 million.
Yeah, we don't do that. See, that's the argument we've had forever with edge rushers, and then you get into like Leonard Williams.
Because there should be a premium.
So one of the reasons that Leonard Williams got traded by the Jets was he was technically an edge.
Mm-hmm.
So he was there as a defensive end with this super inflated number, and the Jets just couldn't position themselves to do it. Because technically he's a defensive tackle.
Right.
Well, the number was about $5 million lower. I think at that. It's not quite like that now. But Linderbaum at $27-some-odd million just doesn't make a ton of sense.
I can't do that. I spoke without knowledge. That's my ignorance showing.
Oh no, it's not at all.
No, I mean for real. No, I mean for real.
Come up very often.
Because now that I know the number, no way. There's no way I could pay a center.
The owners have long wanted that to go away. The players use it as leverage because they want the franchise tag to go away.
Right.
And so it's one of those that you almost just have to keep doing. Linebacker. Linebacker's a nightmare because you get guys that are 3-4 edge rushers that are considered linebackers. So the off-ball linebacker tag, it's the second highest one.
Phew.
It's $28.1 million.
No way.
So like Quincy Williams for the Jets, no shot.
N'Kobe Dean,
nah. No shot.
Nah.
Because the tag is worthless for those positions. There's only a handful of positions where it makes sense.
Leo Chanel.
It's really.
I'll take it right now.
It's really just running back, tight end, corner, a super high-end defensive lineman, or quarterback. Mm-hmm. And the quarterback's got to be out of this world, which is why I don't think Daniel Jones is getting it.
No.
That's been talked about a lot. Do you know what that number would be?
It's probably like 46?
47.3.
Yeah.
I can't pay that to Daniel Jones.
No, we've done this before.
I can't pay that. Now, it's only for a year.
I don't care.
I do because I would. So for me, I'd rather pay Daniel Jones $47.3 million for 1 year than pay him 3 years at 35. So the Sam Darnold deal, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming off a terrible injury.
Right.
And I just don't think he's all that good in the first place.
Which immediately starts that conversation at 28. If I'm on the GM side,
well,
I'm not paying him 30.
And the problem, if you're Chris Ballard, is, okay, so let's say we don't pay Daniel Jones. Who am I going to play at quarterback? Everybody's getting fired because I'm going to have to trot out Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Because somebody will pay Daniel Jones. There are too many teams in this league that don't have a quarterback.
Right.
This is the dance that you have to play as a GM. The one that you haven't said, and I'm a little shocked that you haven't, is Kyle Pitts. And I know you're on that same boat as me, is that Njoku will wind up in Atlanta.
100%.
He'll follow Stefanski down there.
Mm-hmm.
The number on tight ends is 14.5. No, 16.3. Sorry, I read the running back number.
We'll talk about it in the room.
I would do it with the intention of trading him. Because I really don't want him to leave for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I do keep getting told that Kyle Pitts is the guy that's going to hit free agency that's going to get a number that will shock you.
But what could you get out of him?
3rd-round pick. 4th-round pick, maybe. Especially on the franchise tag, just solely because it is the world is your oyster.
Right.
You can figure out the contract.
Right.
I think Kyle Pitts is going to have a really deep market in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
I keep seeing him in Cincinnati, and I can't unsee it. And this is just me being – I'm an offensive guy, and I keep thinking about, okay, so you have safeties over the top of Jamar Chase. You have a safety over the top of T. Higgins. Now, I'm not a rocket surgeon, and it is my first day. But I do think Kyle Pitts would be really difficult to defend down the seam.
Or what could Kevin Stefanski do with 2 tight ends?
Well, then you get into the problem with Njoku and Pitts of, yes, you can play tight ends. 2 tight ends, it would really help if one of them could block, I don't know, a toddler.
Nah, it's fine.
Because neither one of them do.
It's Atlanta. It's fine. They don't have anything to protect at quarterback, so what does it matter? Just let them chuck it up there. Kyle Pitts is an interesting one. I don't think there's another one, though. I'm looking at the list of free agents here, and there's nobody else worth investing that kind of money into.
Nobody?
I don't think so. I mean, are you going Jalen Phillips? Was he good? Was his pressure rate good? Because it was like third in the league or something after the trade. Is that good enough for you? Because it didn't translate into numbers. It didn't translate into the number of sacks. But is Philadelphia going to spend top edge rusher money on Jalen Phillips? I don't think so.
That's not the one I was looking at. The one I was looking at was Devin Lloyd. The problem is the franchise number.
There's that whole thing of he's a linebacker.
Well, then you get into the transition tag number, and it is way easier to deal with. I think it drops $8 million. So yes,
20.
he's still a $20 million off-ball linebacker, which is –
that's a lot.
It's a lot, but I don't want to lose him because I think he's so important to that defense.
Mm-hmm. It seems like a bit of a stretch to me, but because what else are you paying, right? Who else is next in line? And what kind of long-term deal can you strike with him?
Well, I mean, Jacksonville's one of those that you look at and go, you could do Devin Lloyd or Travis Etienne, and I don't think anybody would be mad at you. I just don't know that I could actually hit the button.
Etienne's definitely a no for me, I think.
You don't like Travis Etienne?
Not really. And I don't think he's $14 million worth. Like, I'm not getting what I pay for out of that.
Well, I mean, Bayshell Tootin was so good by the end of the year.
That
was spot work. Never forget, there is nothing that will dupe NFL teams more than running backs that get 7 carries a week.
Right.
Because then you try to give them 17 and they fall to pieces.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. What's the deadline for making the cut or making the franchise tag?
The window opens today, runs till March 3rd.
Okay.
So until the day we come back from the combine.
Yeah. You got a couple of weeks to figure this thing out. You're in the Sportsocracy, and it's ESPN Asheville.
This is ESPN Asheville, Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown.
Beer City's Tar Heel Station.
Off the back. Iron Wilson comes soaring in to dunk it home.
Home of the Sportsocracy.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses? That's all Tech's going to call it.
Live from the Ingalls studio, weekdays at noon, ESPN Asheville.
This is a special announcement for anyone that owes $10,000, $20,000, or more in credit card debt. There are new programs available to help you have a large portion of your credit card debt forgiven. Debt Blue, a professional debt negotiation firm, can help you reduce a large portion of your credit card debt without filing for bankruptcy. You can be debt-free in 24 to 48 months. These programs work for credit card debt, medical bills, and personal loans. If you are drowning in credit card debt, discover how to pay only a fraction of what you owe. Call Debt Blue for a free consultation to see which programs you qualify for. The call is free. The consultation is free. And Debt Blue's guarantee is if you don't save money, you don't pay a penny. For free information, call now. 800-200-0788. 800-200-0788. That's 800-200-0788. Take the first step to real debt relief. Call for your free consultation at 800-200-0788. 800-200-0788.
This month, iHeartRadio is celebrating the stars of the 2026 Winter Games. Fairfield, Connecticut's Kristen Santos Griswold is the fearless leader of the U.S. short track team. After a heartbreak in Beijing, she stormed back to become the #1 ranked skater in the world, collecting World Cup medals with aggressive passing and smart strategy. In a sport where chaos is guaranteed, Santos Griswold brings consistency and elite speed. She arrives in Italy seeking redemption and the Olympic hardware she's worked a lifetime to earn. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Oh, you know that sound. And you know how to get rid of it, too. When that craving hits, there's only one place to go. Asheville South Slope, downtown Asheville, Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue. Slow smoked brisket, pulled pork, homemade sides, scratch-made sauces. We keep telling you how good Bear's is. Now recognized by USA Today as one of the 29 restaurants of the year for 2026. Every special occasion deserves a Bear feast. You can order online at bearsbbq.com.
The road to the college basketball playoffs start in Asheville. Catch the Ingles Southern Conference men's and women's basketball championships March 5th through the 9th at Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville. See some of the nation's best conference tournament action. Then explore a city packed with locally owned restaurants, incredible breweries, live music, and non-stop excitement. Experience it all during the 2026 Ingles Southern Conference Basketball Championship. For tickets, brackets, and event details, visit SoconHoops.com.
The Sportsocracy.
These guys are a f***ing disgrace.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. Follow ESPN Asheville on Facebook. Sportsocracy on all of the social medias. Our fantastic social media team cranking out content like crazy. Clips from the show, 4-round mock drafts.
We will have all of the, and this is just from a content perspective. We'll have all of the 4-round mock drafts out by the Monday that we land in Indy. Then we'll start talking free agent stuff next week from the combine because, well, we get them right in front of us going, well, this is what we're going to do. Thank you for telling me that. Obviously, the workouts, things like that. We have a whole team. And God bless Tank for Tank takes his vacation to go to the combine. Like that's still
yes,
it still baffles my mind sometimes. I'm like nobody's ever just gone. I think we can be okay with this, but whatever.
It is what it is.
And then we'll have the full first 7-round mock draft that comes out after we're done at the combine.
Yes.
That'll come out the following week.
Mm-hmm. All of your Draftmas season content here in the Sportsocracy. Keep an eye out for the Sportsocracy. We'll be forwarding out another chance for you to win Tar Heel tickets later on this evening. We're going to run another contest here. I got some tickets to go on Monday to Chapel Hill.
We also might have a contest that has something to do with the NFL draft that we're going to announce at the combine.
Mm-hmm.
And both the people in this room just looked at me and went,
Follow ESPN Asheville again on the Facebook. Look for your chance to register to win tickets to Carolina against Louisville on Monday evening. Louisville. Hopefully by that point they will both still be ranked teams. We hope. Louisville's like 21st, and Carolina's slipping. You lose your best player, and that tends to happen. Playing without Caleb Wilson tonight here on ESPN Asheville. It's the Carolina State game. Don't miss it. Tip-off is at 7. Pre-game starts at 6 o'clock. As for the NFL, the window has opened, I guess, to talk to guys about franchise tags.
Well, you don't really talk to them so much as just go, hey, you know that thing where you thought you were going to be a free agent? You were not. You're not.
You're not.
I mean, last year we only had 2. It was Trey Hendrickson T. Higgins and who am I forgetting? Trey Smith. I knew I had Trey in my head for a reason. I had the wrong one. I'll be kind of shocked if it's much more than that this year. I think you'll have a couple.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be Pickens, probably Breece Hall, and that's on a transition tag, not a franchise tag. And then maybe one weird one. I hear Alec Pierce's name A lot. Not necessarily in this conversation.
I was going to say.
More in this dude's going to get a free agent contract that's going to make you say bad words.
If the Indianapolis Colts are thinking of giving him $30 million a year, well, why don't you just go ahead and call it quits and just go, you know what, we're shutting down the front. You know what, we wanted to go full Miami Dolphins here.
Well, I mean, and the bad thing is that the transition tag doesn't even help you much on that one. I mean, because APV,
I just don't.
I think it goes from 30. What'd you say? 29, 30. I think is the franchise tag number.
Something like that.
I think the transition tag number is like 26.7.
Yeah, it's crazy. These are only supposed to be used for the elite of the elite,
and we just don't have a lot of.
I was going to say Pierce ain't one of those. Alec Pierce is not an elite wide receiver in this league. He might be elite fast, but all of the other skills put together, he's not elite. I just don't see this I don't see using this for anybody but a guy that you look at and go, my franchise will suffer if this guy's not in the building. I don't see that in Alec Pierce.
It makes me really nervous that a guy who had never had more than 830 yards in a season before this past year is about to get paid, because I just don't see it. But do you remember who the player was that I was told this about last year?
No.
Dan Moore.
Yeah. And then he ended up.
And then he gets top of the industry to be a left tackle, and I'm still. Why does nobody know he's a guard?
He's a guard. He's a guard. He's a guard.
He's been a guard. He will always be a guard.
Oh, geez. When you get to this time, you get so many weird, wild assumptions about what's going to happen in the offseason. And everybody wants to play like their team is, infallible, and we can make the perfect moves to make this thing a winner. And I know, that is obviously the goal. But you have to be realistic. And everybody thinks that the top free agents are going to their team. Right? I'm a member of every Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan page, and I cannot tell you how many posts I have seen of, this is the perfect opportunity for Max Crosby. He's on the market. Trey Hendrickson. We're going to bring in Trey Hendrickson. I don't think we will, guys.
First of all, Trey Hendrickson doesn't fit your defense. That is one thing that I laugh about every year when people are like, "Oh, we're going to sign this guy." Well, unless you're going to change what you play, that doesn't make a whole mess of sense.
It's lying season, and there's very few things that you can believe. This all started talking about Kenny Walker not getting the franchise tag because he shouldn't. But just because they're not going to franchise tag him doesn't mean you should be concerned as a fan, because I think there's plenty of capabilities to get a deal done there. All these other guys, George Pickens, good luck to you. I wouldn't even step in the negotiating room with a guy like that. But it's what Jerry Jones likes. He likes a circus. So he's going to pay whatever big money he has to pay and put himself further in the hole. And it ain't a glory hole. He ain't going to find no glory in there.
I want me some glory hole.
I mean, how much have we talked about Jerry Jones and his idiocy when it comes to overpaying for players? It was only a couple of years ago that we were stuck in the Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper. Who else was in that? It wasn't DeMarcus Ware. That's going too far back. They had several of these like $100 million contracts that were insane. And all it did was create headlines.
Well, and it's funny you bring this up. It's almost like we planned it.
Mm-hmm.
There are a handful of guys that I'm looking at that are going to hit free agency in just a couple weeks. They're going to get overpaid.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a pretty decent idea of who's going to do the overpaying. It's not hard to figure out. look at who has money or who has the path to money.
Mm-hmm.
So after the break, we'll get weird. I have a real good weird story. Anytime we've taken a few days off, you can rest assured I've been keeping an eye, just find the best one. It's almost like the best of the week weird story that comes out of that. And then we're going to talk about who gets overpaid.
Mm-hmm. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
iHeartRadio. Olympics update.
Team USA will be chasing the podium in men's slopestyle tomorrow as Redmond Girard, Jake Cantor, and Oliver Martin compete in the final. Martin says he's looking forward to it.
And I'm just happy to be through into the final. It's really exciting.
Meanwhile, a busy Olympic schedule today. There are 9 medal events, and also figure skating resumes with a women's short program.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Pleasant weather out here this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, temperatures well above average, all the way up towards the upper 60s here this afternoon. Increasing clouds here tonight, middle to upper 40s. Lots of clouds tomorrow. Temperatures remain well above average. Highs Wednesday afternoon, middle to even upper part of the 60s. Cloudy skies Thursday morning with a couple of rain showers, a few peaks of afternoon sun. Closing in on 70 Thursday afternoon. Rain Friday, mainly through the morning. Highs near 70. I'm Ken Boone with the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by
Bojangles. It's always bow time.
It's bow time. It's time to rise and dine because Bojangles just launched the new Breakfast Bowl. This hearty combination features country sausage, cheese, eggs, and southern gravy over crispy bow rounds. But hurry, it's here for a limited time. It's bow time.
Start your spring cleaning early and get an insanely clean home with Zero-Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Take 20% off standard cleaning services when you mention Rock 105.1 or book online at ZeroResAsheville.com.
News, weather, traffic. 570 WWNC. Finalists Sport 2 Marconi Awards. 2025 Small Market Station of the Year. And Mark Starling is Small Market Personality of the Year.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
It's pretty simple. We're neighbors. We're in your city, talking about your town. You can't fake it. Take your favorite spot on the dial with you on the go. Download the iHeartRadio app. Guaranteed human.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The road to college basketball playoffs runs straight through Asheville. Join the excitement at the 2026 Ingalls Southern Conference Men's and Women's Basketball Championships, March 5th through 9th at Harrah's Cherokee Center, Asheville. Bring the whole family for the downtown dribble, where kids can bounce their way through the heart of Asheville. Getting there is easier than ever with the free Ingalls trolley rides from designated parking areas to and from the arena all tournament long. For tickets, brackets, and event details, visit SoConHoops.com.
Hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
On the weird scale, there's Vegas, there's Florida, and there's Asheville. Let's get weird, Asheville.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. How weird we get today, Jeremy?
My story is we're going to play a fun game.
Okay.
Do you remember Mad Libs?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna play Mad Libs.
Oh, good.
Because I want to see if your depraved brain can get something that's weirder than what this story actually is. So I need a sporting event.
Okay.
I need a band, and I need a restaurant.
Okay.
And I'll even narrow it down. I need a 90s band and a restaurant. I can't go any further than that.
A 90s band and a restaurant. All right, so a sporting event. Let's go with the Masters.
I'm not going to lie to you. If you want this to be weirder, that's a really good start.
A 90s band. Dead-Eye Dick.
I don't know who that is.
And what was the other one? A restaurant. Bennigan's.
So would it be it would not be weirder if Dead-Eye Dick played a set at Bennigan's at the Masters than what I'm getting ready to tell you. So we just had the Daytona 500.
Mm-hmm.
Events around speed weeks.
Sure, yeah.
Our buddy Chris Womack was there doing all kinds of things, and I'm really curious to know if he channeled his inner 90s Tony Hawk street skater to go see Jimmy Eat World performing at an Arby's.
Yes!
That's the weirdest thing that's the weirdest headline I've ever seen in my life. Just somewhere there was somebody listening to The Middle while eating a double meat and cheese. So first of all, at this point, does Jimmy Eat World even have a booker, or is it just their buddy Dave? We went to high school with Dave, and Dave knows business. Dave got arrested for embezzlement from a Morgan Stanley, and when he got out, we let him do our bookings.
Good to know that Jimmy Eat World is actually doing stuff these days.
It's the video is hilarious. So they blacked out the windows with this kind of, it's like checkerboard, and it's got the Jimmy Eat World logo, which I have up until this day I had never seen before. It kind of looks like The Legend of Zelda if it took out the shield.
Okay.
And then you just have the Arby's hat on every other window. How did someone get there?
I have no idea.
What is your all right?
No
now that you know the story,
yeah,
I want now we're gonna play Mad Libs again.
Mm-hmm.
What is your dream setup there?
My dream setup.
I'll go first so you can think about it for a minute.
Okay.
Because you got the event right.
Mm-hmm.
I want a Creed concert at the Masters in a Burger King.
In a Burger King.
Because there is nothing that says I'm here to party more than a Whopper with some arms wide open.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I think I want.
But you have to go myopic sporting event. It can't be like, I want to see Luke Combs at the Super Bowl at a Cheesecake Factory. That's lame.
Yeah, because who would want? I mean, Luke Combs at the Cheesecake Factory?
Oh, Luke Combs at the Cheesecake Factory would be awesome. Get a raspberry cheesecake and listen to Luke Combs just go bangers all night long? Let's go.
Interesting.
Now, I am also a man that has heard Luke Combs sing at a restaurant that is not that far from here. So I kind of know what that looks like, and it's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't stop thinking of Dead-Eye Dick.
Of course you can't. I don't even know who that is. He could have picked any 90s band on planet Earth.
You don't remember this song? Hang on.
Nope, I already hate it. Oh, God. Oh, God. I do remember this song. I hated this song.
Got a new age girl. Tell us what she's like. That's the one. I can't get Dead-Eye Dick.
You know you're the only person that wasn't in that band that still knows that band's name.
I love that song. What are you talking about?
That song is horror awful.
No, it's great. She will outlive all of the septuagenarians. Anybody who can make a rhyme with the word septuagenarian in a song deserves our applause.
Andreas Pinckney in the YouTube chat said, Tank, you would love that song.
Yeah, I do love that song. It's a great song.
You were because in my head, your answer was the hardest part for me is the sporting event. Because I'm trying to think of a sporting event that you would like.
I can't think of. I can't think of one that's, as you said, myopic. Like, I'm not having fun at the World Curling Championships.
World Baseball Classic, the Proclaimers.
Yes!
At a Crystal Burger.
Yes! I would walk 500 miles for that.
I'm sure you would.
Yes!
I am 100% sure you would.
The Sons of Leith. That was the name of their album.
I'm actually shocked you didn't start singing the I Would Walk 500 Miles because it kind of sounds like the guy from the B-52s.
Well, see, look, that's one of those songs that it's like Cartman and Come Sail Away. Like, I can't stop singing it once I start singing it. I have to sing it to fruition, and that we don't have time for.
I'm sailing away. An open course for the Virgin.
Here's a story that's not out of the ordinary. I'm not shocked to hear this because terrible product.
Search for tomorrow. Climb aboard.
Beyond Meat stock bottoms out at 41 cents a share. It says, remember a million years ago when you were told that synthetic lab-grown meat was going to replace animal proteins by 2030? And we would all be eating meat substitutes and that we'd be happy about it?
Nope. See, 10 years ago, I could have told you the end of that sentence was bull excrement. Now, you all just stopped eating it, period.
Well, of course they did, because it tastes like cardboard.
I have a different theory.
How many times did you and I, Jeremy, have to deal with one of our former producers?
Corey Short.
Well, I wasn't going to name him, but I'll shame him on the air if you'd like.
He's the 71 cents because he'll still do it.
And he's the one keeping that business going. He's like, oh, can you believe it? Burger King came out with another Beyond Whopper. We should really try that. And we're all like, I don't want to try it. It's not going to be good.
Yeah,
and then we had it.
The first one of those I ate, I went, that kind of tastes like an Amazon box with ketchup and mustard on it, and I don't like that.
2021. The Beyond Meat stock was at $176 a share. Today, 41 cents. I think
71 cents.
I think you missed the boat. This is 41.
Is it 41?
It's what it says.
It did.
41 cents.
Sorry, the picture.
Oh, the graphic is different.
It's dropped 30 cents since the story came out.
We made the graphic and it dropped another 30 cents.
At Brew Markets with the tweet of the day. If you invested $10,000 in Beyond Meat in 2021, today you would have $41. And I feel like they left out after the comma and the scoots. You would have $41 and the worst case of the scoots ever.
If you want meat, eat the meat.
There's so many of them.
That's what it's there for.
They're all delicious.
Right. Learn a book. We were made to eat other animals.
I have a philosophy on why this is happening. I believe we have run out of those gym mats that we used to do sit-ups on. That's what they were making this stuff out of.
We finally worked through the stock for the 1980s
They're
gym
all
classes.
Yeah. And you know what? They're going to start the parachutes next. You mark my words, there'll be a Beyond Pork Chop that's going to be that parachute that you used to dance around with your little friends with. Why is this pork multicolored? Shut up! You didn't like it in 1996 and you don't like it now.
Oh, my gosh. That is one product that if you invested in, I have no sympathy for you.
I did come up with an idea last night that I don't know why we're not investing in this.
Okay.
Somebody needs to call the MyPillow guy.
Yeah.
And come up with a MyPillow helmet. For people like me that toss and turn all night, it's just a pillow that goes around your head and connects in the front.
This just in, Jeremy, a big fan of the Guardian cap when he sleeps.
That's how it came up, because we started talking about Romeo Dobbs.
That's creepy.
And I was like, why has nobody come up with a pillow hat? Just, you put it around your head, then you can waller around all you want to.
That is the dumbest idea I think you've ever had.
Now, I will say you'd have to have a hole for a CPAP, because anybody that's wearing that has a CPAP.
Sure. You're going to look like Toadie from Super Mario Brothers when I go to bed. It's really going to cut into the foreplay there, Jeremy. Just, howdy-ho, neighbor.
Well, I got news for you. If you got a CPAP, foreplay's out the window anyway. You get to a certain age where
you got to start before
it's either getting up with the get down or it's not. You got to commit way earlier.
I was going to say that's an established rule. You have to make sure before the mask goes on, because the mask goes on, the mood is killed.
I've already connected my CPAP. You're going to have to wait until tomorrow. This episode of Things That You Never Wanted to Hear in Your Life, brought to you by the two idiots on the Ragey Box.
100%. How did we do that? How did we go from Beyond Meat to pillow heads?
I can explain it to you, but you're not going to like it.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you, chat. I'm not sure where this is going either.
Stephen Tao said that's how you smother people in your sleep. Yeah, if they put it on backwards. I'm also the person that says stop putting warning labels on things. So if somebody wants to go autoerotic asphyxiation with their MyPillow cap, that's not my fault.
Okay.
Maybe we could live without Dave. Okay? Dave's the dumbass that put his MyPillow cap on.
Went too far down the rabbit hole. Now you're just talking about killing people, and that's not good.
I didn't kill any of them. I gave them the device.
Okay, Kevorkian. Jeez.
Not my fault.
I didn't do it. They hit the button. I didn't kill them.
It's not my fault that you smothered yourself with a MyPillow, you moron.
Oh, man. Wow.
That was so much funnier than I thought it was going to be.
So
this is why Tank is irreplaceable, because it's never as funny when I say stupid things to anybody but him.
Oh, you never know.
Gambit fan said this is what no football does to us.
100%.
We're only on day 9,
and it's rough. I mean, these are tough times.
Tough times, Daddy.
We're getting
hard times. I watched the NBA All-Star game over the weekend.
And why? I mean, there's so many movies that you haven't seen that you could watch.
Pass.
Robert Duvall died this weekend. You could have had some good time with Robert Duvall movies. I mean, you go all down that list. Yeah, there ain't a bad one on there. Get Low, if you ain't seen that one yet. It's a great.
I think I saw that. That had that Channing Tatum feller in it, didn't it?
No, you're thinking of Magic Mike. Oh. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Oh, sorry. That's what my wife watches while I'm putting on my MyPillow helmet.
Sure she does. Just searching for any
semblance.
How
did I wind up married to this idiot? I could have had him.
Just trying to find a piece of that woman that she used to be. He sucked her life out. Just being stupid and wearing pillow hats.
I'm married to an idiot with a CPAP and a pillow helmet.
Right. Lord.
Nailed it.
No.
But you know what she's very informed on? The 2026 NFL Draft.
I'm sure she is. I'm sure she knows way too many tight ends in this class that she wants
She's
to.
heard a lot about Sam Roush. She's very familiar with that feller's tape.
What it could be like in the Greene household is just frightening to me.
Oh, you want me to tell you what it looks like? Because I can tell you the vast majority of the time. So we have the bed couch. We got the big TV up on the wall.
Right.
I usually have my laptop out watching film, and I just start a conversation because she's been in it without ever speaking a word. Because I've been talking to myself in my head, and she was responding, very intrigued by everything I have to say. And so we start in the second quarter, and she was not present or even aware of the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just sits there like, yep,
Mm-hmm.
big slot, heard.
All right. back into the free agency talk here in the Sportsocracy. With this free agency period getting ready to come up, it starts March 9th, I think I saw, is the open window of
That's
when you
the
can
legal
start
tampering
right,
period.
you can start talking to guys on March the 9th. The official league year begins like the 20th or something like that.
13th.
It's a few days after that. And then begins the barrage. So who's spending big this offseason? Oh, good Lord.
I'm going to need you to read that super chat in your head and figure out a way to say that on the air, because that is hilarious. I've been looking – he got it. I have been looking at the free agency market. Kevin, we will get to that super chat as soon as Tank figures out a way to read it that we don't get fired. Mm-hmm. Is there a player you're looking at going, that dude's getting more money than he should? Mine, you said his name earlier.
Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce is the one that everybody tells me. I can't figure out how a GM looks at him and goes, yeah, the Tennessee Titans. That's been like the most vogue thing, that he's going to wind up with the Titans and be their one. Is he their one right now? Like, if Calvin Ridley came back and he had new legs, is Alec Pierce playing one? Because I don't think he is.
No, well, not if that happens, but that's not happening. I mean, Calvin Ridley is past his prime, right?
How old is Calvin Ridley right now?
28.
I think you're right.
Maybe.
Somewhere Calvin Ridley's 31.
Oh, really?
Wow.
See?
How did I not know that?
I don't know.
He just turned 31.
Well, we missed so much of his career.
Well, yeah, because he was, sitting with his phone locked out of his DraftKings account going, I can't bet on anything. I knew I should have made my email address something than Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley @gmail.com.
Maybe he's your one, but he's a one in the sense that Christian Watson is the Packers one, or Cortland Sutton was the Denver Broncos one. Like, you're a one and getting paid, but you're not a one. You don't stack up with Justin Jefferson or any of these guys that are worth getting paid $25, $30 million a year.
I think there's one really good wide receiver on the market, and I know he's going to get paid from his team. And it's Mike Evans.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the one I still look at and go, he could be a number one. Alec Pierce is not. Romeo Doubs is not. Wan'Dale Robinson's not. And look, I like all of these guys. They're not number one wide receivers in this league.
No.
And if you don't believe me, just who's a guy you like better than everybody else that's a legit one in this league?
Oh, good Lord. I was not prepared for that question.
Devontae Smith. Go watch Devontae Smith and then throw on some Alec Pierce tape. Mm-hmm. And when you're done laughing, you'll realize that those two are going to make vaguely the same amount of money in about 3 weeks.
Which is ridiculous.
Because bad teams get desperate. They don't think they can draft one. And they go, well, I know what he is. I know what he is, too. He's a middling two.
Mm-hmm.
I said this last night repeatedly. When you see a guy that has had no formative talks with his teams whatsoever to extend this deal, and I've heard that they could get something done, the rumblings around the league, they're not even close. Because Indianapolis is at a number, Alec Pierce is at a number, and those two numbers are very far apart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a path that he's not going to get overpaid. Jalen Phillips is the one that I was looking for.
Okay.
We all still remember that his medical is an absolute war zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did I just forget that? Did he find Ponce de Leon in the Fountain of Youth, or was he just good in Philadelphia? And I don't even think he was that good. I think he was just kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
He had 2 really good chunk games, and then everybody felt that, oh, look how stupid Jeremy is. Weird. It didn't bear itself out as the season went on. But, I mean, that's a top 5 guy on this market.
Mm-hmm. It's a bad market to be in.
Free agency is always a bad market to be in. It's always a bad place. Free agency is it's like Home Depot. And I love Home Depot. I go all the time, in spite of the fact I don't know how to install any of that in my house. if you build the whole house out of Home Depot, you probably didn't do it right. Because everything's more expensive. You order it, you get a builder to order it, you get it at builder's cost. All of those things are hunky-dunky. A lot of teams are building the franchise from the basement up at Home Depot. No, this is accents. You want a nice bush. That's where you get a nice tree for the front. Get you a little apple blossom tree.
Mm-hmm. We heard what you did. You're in the Sportsocracy. And this is.
And now I'm going to spring a daily draft on you in 5 minutes, and I'm not going to tell you what it is.
ESPN Asheville. It's coming up next.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Pleasant weather out here this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, temperatures well above average, all the way up towards the upper 60s here this afternoon. Increasing clouds here tonight, middle to upper 40s. Lots of clouds tomorrow. Temperatures remain well above average. Highs Wednesday afternoon, middle to even upper part of the 60s. Cloudy skies Thursday morning with a couple of rain showers, a few peaks of afternoon sun. Closing in on 70 Thursday afternoon. Rain Friday, mainly through the morning. Highs near 70. I'm Ken Boone with the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals at $4, $6, and $8. The new Biggie Deals are bigger and biggier than ever. For a pretty biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Running for office means having something important to say. Radio is the most personal medium out there. Voters hear the real you, exactly the way you want to be heard. No filters, no AI, just your voice, your message. And it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country, even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Be on the air in just 48 hours. Visit winwithiheart.com. That's winwithiheart.com.
Experience championship basketball, Asheville energy, and unforgettable moments. Visit SoConHoops.com for tickets and event details. That's SoConHoops.com. Don't miss a minute of the action at the Ingles SoCon Basketball Championships March 5th through the 9th.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, can potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Oh, you know that sound. And you know how to get rid of it, too. When that craving hits, there's only one place to go. Asheville South Slope, downtown Asheville, Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue. Slow-smoked brisket, pulled pork, homemade sides, scratch-made sauces. We keep telling you how good Bear's is. Now recognized by USA Today as one of the 29 restaurants of the year for 2026. Every special occasion deserves a Bear feast. You can order online at bearsbbq.com.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingles studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, #1 for sports coverage in the mountains.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. You can join the movement to end hunger by donating, volunteering, and advocating. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
It is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app, seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to the sportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel so you can join us in the chat. You can also super chat, and Kevin Mullen.
I figured out how to do it.
We did not forget. We actually had to hire AI to give us.
Chat GPTs was stupid. I had to use my own brain.
He was going to Chat GPT to look for a G-rated version of Kevin's super chat. It's another wonderful Shanahan and Ananism. You say you figured it out.
Yep, I got
it. Okay, all right. Well, let's see where this takes us.
'Cause it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money.
Hope the commissioner's not listening.
Kyle Shanahan, he's figured out why antithetical bovine lady is illegal in Alabama. Because you can't turn your back on family. Yeah, it's Webster's Dictionary synonyms for all three of those words.
Antithetical. Was a good one.
His question was, is Fernando Mendoza fit for the Shanahan system that you'll see with Clint Kubiak? I think so.
Yes.
The question is going to be all about the weapons. Does he have the pieces he needs to succeed? And I don't know.
Well, he has a superstar tight end.
And then
we need to find
what's he got from there.
I was going to say we need to find somebody who can catch passes other than that.
I don't know how great of a fit Ashton Chinty is in that either.
Okay,
I just don't.
Right,
it doesn't really fit what he does. But I was never wild about him in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm willing to bet Clint Kubiak probably wasn't either. But here you are.
Yeah, I'd say Clint Kubiak was like, why would anybody draft him that high? Oh, shoot.
You wouldn't believe how hard I laughed last year when I saw your draft class. It's a bad way to start an interview, I do believe.
For sure. I laughed real hard when that came out of your mouth last year. So I want to play a fun game in the daily draft.
Okay.
You can find whatever list it is that you want.
Okay.
I want to play overrated, underrated NFL free agent style.
Okay.
So the basis of this is, who do you think is going to get way too much money, or they're going to get way less than they should because of how they're viewed around the league?
Okay. Interesting.
And I'll happily start first.
Okay.
Nahshon Wright, overrated. I've read this book. I've read it, and I get it. He was really good, made it into the Pro Bowl with the Chicago Bears last year.
That means nothing.
Shedeur Sanders made the Pro Bowl. Just always remember that. Nahshon Wright has been in this league for quite some time. And he was fine in Chicago. He wasn't special. And he had been absolutely horrific in Dallas. Now somebody's going to take that last year in Chicago and go, that's a starting outside corner. I'm also afraid that team starts with a N and ends with a New York Jets. I have looked at this up one side and down the other, and every time I pull one of these lists, Nashawn Wright is way too high. And I get it. He's a big corner. That's what got him drafted because he's 6'4". Mm-hmm. By the way, that's 100% why Julian Neal is going to go higher in this draft class than you think. Ephesians Prize Sox, same thing. They will go higher because when you find these guys that are big and tall and lean and they can run, which allows them to play press, it allows them to play off, teams fall in love with them. Mm-hmm. Specifically, certain defenses. And I have a funny feeling that Nashawn Wright's going to be a guy that gets a number that will blow your mind.
Okay.
This is a dude that had bounced around the NFL like a ping pong ball. Mm-hmm. He's not that good.
And how much do you think he's going to get?
I'll be shocked if it's short of $80 million over 4 years.
Whew.
Shocked. Because corner's so bad.
Right.
Meanwhile, there's another corner that I think is grossly underrated that's probably not going to see anywhere near that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, for the sake of continuity, I'm going to go Alec Pierce for money. Because he's okay. He's a better than average deep threat. But that's not worth 20-some-odd million dollars. And with the state of the free agent class, it very well may end up that he gets somewhere in the neighborhood of, $22 million? And to me, that's crazy.
22, I genuinely think he'd laugh you out of the room.
Really?
At $22 million, I think he'd laugh you out of the room. I mean, I'm looking at receiver salaries right now. $22 million would put him behind Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
There's no way. Not as the clear best receiver on the market. It's just not going to happen. Because somebody will pay more than that.
Beware whoever that is. The Las Vegas Raiders? Is that? Hell, they don't have money, do they?
No, the Raiders do.
Oh, do they? Okay.
I mean, I don't think they're going to do that.
Well, go ahead.
I think that Raider receiving corps is going to look strikingly like what Seattle tried to do without a Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have a lot of slot guys.
You can help me with the market.
Yeah.
On these guys. What's the market for Rashid Shaheed?
I'm a little biased on that one because I don't think there's any chance he makes it to the market.
Okay.
Because I think Seattle's really prioritizing getting him and Walker done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are a couple other guys like Boye Mafe. There's no chance he's back in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
None.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no possibility in my head that he's better than the fifth priority. You're just not going to get it done.
Right.
And the agents they'll be in Andy with us. They're going to start hearing numbers, and nothing Seattle says is going to be good enough. The market on him, I'll say the market on Shaheed probably comes in. I'm going to give you two answers. I think he would re-sign in Seattle for roughly what Jacoby Myers got with the Raiders. So 3 years, 60, 20 a year. The guarantee on that, I want to say, was 40.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think he would re-sign in Seattle for that. If he hits the open market, that adds $5 million immediately.
Which is kind of where I thought you were going with that. I don't see him that way either.
Oh, I do.
You do?
Oh, I do. I think Rashid Shaheed's one of the best deep threats in the NFL. I mean, you remember when Seattle traded for him, we were all going, that is one of the rare trades that works out better for everybody. Because the Saints can't pay him, and he really changes that offense. It's hard.
I like him.
It is hard to combat crazy breakneck Battis speed, and he has that. He has it in droves. He also tracks a ball really well deep.
That's a lot of money. That's a
right
lot
now,
of money.
If you had to hedge your bets on Jaylen Waddle or Rashid Shaheed, which one are you going with?
Well, my answer would partially be Rashid Shaheed because I think I can get him cheaper.
Waddle's at 84.7. He's got a void year in 29. That contract's not beautiful. It's about 28-something a year.
Mm-hmm.
You can get Shaheed slightly cheaper. If you told me the contracts were exactly the same, I'd take Rashid Shaheed. And I wouldn't think about it.
Okay.
I just think Shaheed's more multiple. Oh, and by the way, he's one of the best return guys in the league, too.
He is that.
Now, is he going to keep doing that? That part I don't know.
And that's where it becomes, okay, so I'm paying you $28 million a year. I don't want you out there returning kicks. If I'm paying you top of the league kind of money, I don't want you out there doing that.
No, and that is one of the things that it always becomes a fun – it always becomes kind of a fun thing of at what point do you have to continue doing what you did to get the money, but I have to mitigate the risk with you?
Yeah. I don't know. I like Rashid Shaheed as a player. I have since he popped on with New Orleans, and hell, what was it? He scored like 3 touchdowns in the first 3 times he touched the ball with the New Orleans Saints like 3 or 4 years ago. I've liked him ever since that. However, I don't feel like he's at that elite level yet. Maybe I'm just slow on the uptake here. But I think him at $26 million would be an overpay.
You didn't take any of the ones that I wanted because I like Shaheed. I would have actually considered Shaheed a value.
Wow.
I'm trying to play you.
Mm-hmm.
I think this guy can be really good, but I've gotten scared by the intel I'm getting. I'm going to go overpay Kyle Pitts. Who that's going to be, I do not know. But the Njoku thing makes sense because he's going to come cheaper than Pitts. He already knows that system. They're going to have to pay Drake London before too much longer, and they still need another weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I just have this weird feeling. And tight end is not a huge salary position in the NFL. Like, you look at the biggest contracts on the market, we don't have one guy that's made over $20 million. How many do you think make over 14?
That are currently free agents?
Nope, that are currently in the league.
Oh, they're currently in the league. I don't know. 50.
4. 50?
What?
There are 4 tight ends in the NFL that make more than $14 million.
Oh, tight end. I thought we were talking about everybody.
No, tight ends.
Ah.
T.J. Hawkinson, Travis Kelce, Trey McBride, George Kittle.
Yeah.
You know how many of them are older than Kyle Pitts? Every single one of them. This one hits the market. I'm telling you, I'm not going to be shocked if Kyle Pitts is the highest paid tight end in the NFL. It's not going to shock me.
And that, my friends, is an overpay.
I did not say it should happen. I just said it's not going to shock me when it does.
Okay.
I've gone 2 on the high side. I'm going to go 1 on the low side. Devin Lloyd, Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he's going to do the Shaheed thing, and Jacksonville's going to realize what he's actually worth because there are times that guys hit free agency at the absolute worst time. This is one of the best off-ball linebacker drafts I've seen in all of my years doing this. There's just so many of them that I don't think anybody's going to see the value in what he does. What people don't realize, there was a serious part of last year. He was the best player on that defense. I mean, a serious part of that defense.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think Jacksonville's going to end up getting a value. I mean, it was less than 12 months ago when they decided we're not going to kick in the 5th-year option on him.
Mm.
Do you realize how stupid that sounds now?
Absolutely. But then it didn't. It
made
crazy.
perfect sense at the time because he just hadn't been that guy. Then he has 5
Playing up in
interceptions the first year in a defense, and he looks completely different.
I was going to say, playing up in a contract year helped him out. I can't stay away from a guy that I know and a guy that possibly is going to get I know he's going to get way too much money and possibly could get it from my team, Jamel Dean. I don't see it. What am I missing with Jamel Dean? How does Jamel Dean have like the best analytics out of some of the greatest cornerbacks in this league? But constantly when I watch him, I go, do you even know the play that they called?
Well, analytics are tough with corners because it's the thing you always got to remember with analytics with corners, you don't always know the play that was called, especially in a broken coverage. Because, see, I think that's what you see a lot of because you watch every single play of Tampa Bay, and you see a coverage, and sometimes it's not actually on him. But, I mean, he's the best corner on that team, and it's not really all that close.
Sure, which I feel like is a big freaking problem.
It is.
And, unfortunately, either we're going to give him a bag or someone else
would do
Yes, I think there will be somebody else who will pay him.
I don't because I think he's so scheme-specific. Like, I mean, genuinely, I think there may be 5 teams in the league that run a scheme that I would feel really good about him in.
I know GMs don't base all of their decisions on PFF grades.
No.
And the like. But to me, it is baffling every time I see somebody talking, oh, Jamel Dean is so efficient. Well, that's not what I saw as a fan. When I'm looking as a fan, he's burnt toast half the damn time. And is that because he's in the wrong defense? Is that because his coach sucks? Yeah, probably. But I just don't get it.
Jamel Dean's also one of those guys that you can bully if you really want to. It also helps look at the teams in your own division. Look at the receivers that I can throw at him with Ted McMillan, with Drake London, who are both just way bigger than him. And then Chris Olave, who can just run right by him. That, I think, kind of skews you because you're getting 6 games a year where he's just absolutely, completely outmatched.
And that's not a corner that I want to pay $20 million.
See, but I don't think he's getting that. I don't think he's going to sniff that. I think Jamel Dean's looking at 3 years, $45 million to be the second corner in, I don't even have one off the top of my head, Green Bay.
I think he is one of the most overrated players in all of football. And so, most definitely, somebody's going to overpay him. And unfortunately, I think it's going to be us.
Very well could be.
We end up being the only bidder, and the bid is $19.5. Thanks. Appreciate it. Jason, be sure to thank you for that next time I see you. Let's see. You already did Jalen Phillips. Take a look at the rest of the free agency list. Take a quick break here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Today's daily draft. Overrated, underrated, who's getting overpaid, who's going to be a value when it comes time to sign free agents in the upcoming period. We'll be right back.
iHeartRadio.
Olympics update.
U.S. bobsledder Alana Myers-Taylor won her first Olympic gold in her 5th Games, taking the women's monobob. At 41, she became the oldest American to win a winter gold and said the moment was well worth the wait.
So grateful right now. It's just so amazing to finally have done it. I finally broke through.
She now has 6 career medals and will look to add to her total in Friday's 2-woman bobsled.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
The Ingles Southern Conference Championships returns to Asheville. Don't miss the games, and don't forget to vote in the Ingles Mascot Challenge at ingleschallenge.com.
Dribble past you, let the good times grow.
This month, iHeartRadio is celebrating the stars of the 2026 Winter Games. St. Paul, Minnesota is curling country, and Tabitha Peterson is its strategic mastermind. As the skip of the women's squad, she's known for her calm demeanor and clutch shot making under extreme pressure. After leading her team to World Championship medals, she returns to Olympic ice with unfinished business. Peterson's experience gives the Americans a fighting chance against the world's best, and she's ready to sweep her way to the podium. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingles studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, #1 for sports coverage in the mountains.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time, the moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingles, we're with you every step of the way.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
Oh, you know that sound. And you know how to get rid of it, too. When that craving hits, there's only one place to go. Asheville South Slope. Downtown Asheville, Bears Smokehouse Barbecue. Slow smoked brisket, pulled pork, homemade sides, scratch-made sauces. We keep telling you how good Bears is. Now recognized by USA Today as one of the 29 restaurants of the year for 2026. Every special occasion deserves a Bear feast. You can order online at bearsbbq.com.
The Sportsocracy.
What are you people? On dope?
Back in the Sportsocracy, this is ESPN Asheville. Middle of the daily draft. Who's getting overpaid? Who could be of value in the upcoming free agency period? Jeremy and I pitting our wits against each other for this one, and I have to know we're to the fourth pick in this for me. You've already had 3 selections. That must mean that the Malik Willis talk is over. No, is there still discussion that somebody's going to pay him $30+ million this year?
I don't know if it's that much. Somebody's going to pay him with the intention of him being a favored starter.
Right. Is Malik Willis the next in line in the Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones trend?
No.
But he completed 80% of his passes last year, Jerry.
Passes that was
17.
35. He threw 35 passes last year for the Packers, and everybody's losing their minds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the last time he was a starter? His completion percentage was 51%. Oh, but he was in the wrong system. What do you think he's getting ready to go to? Because there's one that I keep looking at going, Miami makes a lot of sense. With Halfley, that team's going to be gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard Arizona. I've heard a couple others.
I can't wrap my head around there's going to be a market.
Oh, there'll be a market.
Right, but I'm saying just the fact that there is a market for Malik Willis, and we're talking like big boy money. We're talking in the neighborhood of Sam Darnold money, is absolutely insane. But for why? I don't remember there being a tussle over old what's his face that we used to make fun of from the Baltimore Ravens that made the Pro Bowl, Tyler Huntley. I don't remember there being a big to-do about him after he was a Pro Bowler. Like that would make as much sense to me as this.
Well, you had more tape on Huntley, so you had seen more of what he doesn't do well. And that was a much better quarterback class. Look, Todd McShay, friend of the program, came out, I don't know if that was yesterday or the day before, and said, look, you're going to get quarterbacks that are – you would think are untouchable. They're not as untouchable as you think.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that he was making reference to was C.J. Stroud. I can't fathom Houston coming off of him.
Mm-hmm.
I also can't fathom what somebody's going to offer. Like if you told me the Jets offered 2, I would not be shocked.
It'd be very enticing.
I mean, it would be 2 and then some.
Mm-hmm.
For the opportunity to pay him as one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. After he just completely pooed his pants in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. But there's still that.
And I think there's others.
But there's still that talking about C.J. Stroud, and we started talking about Malik Willis, is completely 2 different worlds. I mean, at least I've seen C.J. Stroud be good.
So it is 2 different worlds, but it's not. Going into a season completely killed at quarterback is not on the table for 28 of 32 teams. Either they're already set up or they will do whatever they can to come up with something they can rally the team behind. The only ones that I think can do it would be Cleveland, Miami, maybe the Jets. I mean, the coaching staff's going to get fired, but the GM might be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have 3 first-round picks next year. Outside of that, you better have a solution. And so Malik Willis, I mean, he's the prettiest girl in the trailer park. I mean, that's the only way I can explain it. Yeah, nobody here is exactly a homecoming queen, but it doesn't change the fact we got some spots to fill.
Sure.
And you get past Malik Willis, and shoo, buddy.
But
you start looking down that list, just going,
Who's the next one on the list?
Daniel Jones is 1. Malik Willis is 2. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is actually on the board.
Right.
But if he was, he would probably be 3.
Right. And then?
Marcus Mariota, maybe. Russell Wilson. Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'd rather draft somebody.
No, who? You know how bad this class is. I've been over it 1,000 times.
I don't care. I honestly don't care. Like I don't think either way benefits you. Like,
well, you got to have somebody to play the position.
Well, sure you do. Sure you do. But if you're going to trot out Malik Willis, why wouldn't you just trot out C.J. Beathard? Like, I want to pay him $4 million to come in here and get his ass kicked.
Because
I'm not paying $30 million to Malik Willis.
Because what happens if you wine and dine Malik Willis? The coach goes, no, I don't want to do that. And then he goes to Arizona and throws 4,000 yards next year. Do I think that's even on the board? No. But that's how these guys treat it.
Mm-hmm. And that's how you get yourself into situations like the Dolphins did with Tua.
I have to say this just solely to get it out of my head, and I have to say it. You got to remember, we talk about these things very hypothetically. Look at, just mentally in your head, look at John Eric Sullivan, the new GM of the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, he's got an absolute albatross in Tua Tagovailoa. Quinn Ewers that, look, we all know what that is. If you go 4-30 the next 2 years, fired. So you're trying to come up with the best way to make chicken salad out of chicken excrement. And I got news for you. I don't believe in Malik Willis at all. I believe in Sasquatch more than I believe in Malik Willis.
Mm-hmm.
It is easy for me to understand how you get there before you go, we'll tie it all to Russell Wilson, who was an absolute disaster with the New York Giants.
Tyrod Taylor.
There's no upside.
You give me a Tyrod Taylor.
There is no upside.
There's no upside to Malik Willis, though.
There could be, though. The percentages are way higher. Now, granted, that's 5% from 1.
Right. That's what I'm saying, though. When weighing the money, why wouldn't I just want Tyrod Taylor or Kenny Pickett? Or, I mean, if we're throwing the season anyway. Because that's essentially what you're doing. If you're going after Malik Willis to be your starting quarterback for the next year, you might as well just go ahead and sign yourself up for the first round, for the number 1 pick. Because that guy's not an 85% completion guy.
No, he's a 51. I've already seen it.
Right.
And even if you think the thing about Malik Willis that kills me is as a starter, not a spot backup or anything like that, if you take his career, he would have to be 140% of what I've already seen him to be a passable quarterback in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
His QBR was a 13.3 the last season he was the season he was a starter in Tennessee. He's just not a good quarterback.
Jimmy Garoppolo. You said that name a minute ago, and I had not even thought of that. I would do that in a heartbeat before I would sign up Malik Willis.
Jimmy's getting the grays in the in the crown.
What, he's 31? 32? Is he?
He was an older guy coming in. He's 34. He'll be 35 in the season next year.
I would put my eggs in that basket of him being the next Sam Darnold, Malik, or the reclamation project. I would put my eggs in that basket of Jimmy Garoppolo before I would Malik Willis.
I feel like I have to say something nice about a free agent here at some point. So I'm going to go the one that I really like, Malcolm Kuntz, the edge rusher from the Raiders.
Okay.
He may end up back in Las Vegas. I am believing that less and less as time goes on. I think he's going to come in on one of those one-year prove-it deals and absolutely go nanners as a situational pass rusher. I mean, you know how long I've loved that kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a long-standing and quite torrid love affair because I think that kid is so good. The other one, and this is going to sound kind of crazy when I say it because I've railed on this guy for a long time, Tyler Algier. I keep looking at him with some of these, I don't want to say scat backs, but more guys that play more on the outside, the more home run hitter. I just see him in that David Montgomery role with a good team that already has the A, and he can serve as that 1B. I don't think it's going to be in Atlanta. I have a team in mind, and they wear purple and have a really god-awful quarterback. I just think he's going to end up being a value because I don't think he's going to get any money. That's going to be one of those that he signs 2 years for $8 million, and we all go, that number doesn't make any sense because it's too little for you to think he's the starter and it's too much for you to think he's a true backup.
Mm-hmm.
But I just keep looking at that name going, I think he's going to end up being good somewhere. I just don't know where.
I want to talk about a local kid.
Rico
Dowdle.
I knew it as soon as I said a running back. I knew that was your next pick.
Well, look, I want to know what the market is for Rico.
It's high.
Is it high?
It's high. You got to remember how bad running back is. If you want to know what's going to go nanners in free agency, look at what's terrible in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really good edge class. It's a really good off-ball linebacker class. It's a decent corner class. It's really bad at running back.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on who you talk to, it's really bad on the interior of the offensive line. I don't agree with that.
I may change my assessment on this one. Because when you said Tyler Algier was going to be in that $8 million for 2 years
Rico's
range,
double that.
I thought
minimum. Might be higher than that.
$8 million a year? You think he's –
Rico will be in the 8 to 10. I think he's probably closer to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing. You always got to remember, you only have to convince one.
Sure.
And you look at the good of what he did in Carolina, it ain't hard for me to figure out how he got one.
All right. Can I put this stipulation on it? If it goes under that number, if it goes under that 8 to 10, I'm all in favor. If it goes to the high side of that 8 to 10, I'm out.
I'm not out. I'm good at 10.
I don't know. I don't know if he's in that $10 million range, but I'm certainly looking if I can get him somewhere in the 7 to 8.
How many times last year did we talk about how good Rico would be if Carolina just get out of the way?
Did that translate across the league? Did everybody else see it?
I think there are teams that need a running back. Kansas City Chiefs, that they're not going to get a crack at Jeremiah Love, and I won't be shocked if they cut that off at the pass.
Mm-hmm.
Because, look, we're going to go to Indy, and the information's going to be free, just free moving. And there's two names that I'm telling you right now you're going to hear a lot next week. Caleb Downs and Jeremiah Love. They're so much better as prospects that they're going to go higher than they should.
Mm-hmm.
Should. I put in air quotes. That's my 1-2 on the board. So, short of taking them over Fernando Mendoza, I don't think you're going to get much pushback from me. They can go 2 and 3, and I'm good.
I wouldn't give you pushback for that.
All right, I got to go 2 pretty quick here.
No, just one.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes it easier then. The one that's going to get too much money, and you know I love him, is Wan'Dale Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody's going to see him as that security blanket for a young quarterback. Probably one that was drafted not in this class, because I don't think he's going to the Raiders. But somebody will see him as that slot safety blanket, and just how he puts his body on the line, he scares me to death. Because he doesn't have – it's funny with slots. You can denigrate guys for being on both sides of this pendulum. Because KC Concepcion, I say this every time he comes up, that kid is terrified to get hit ever, and he runs out of bounds more than anybody I've ever seen. Wan'Dale Robinson never does, and he gets absolutely dusted. I'm scared to give that guy big boy money, especially when I look at the receiver class and go, I'll do that. There's a million of them.
You're listening to the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Watching us on the YouTubes. Remember, Sportsocracy, never denigrate the slots.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Pleasant weather out here this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, temperatures well above average, all the way up towards the upper 60s here this afternoon. Increasing clouds here tonight, middle to upper 40s. Lots of clouds tomorrow. Temperatures remain well above average. Highs Wednesday afternoon, middle to even upper part of the 60s. Cloudy skies Thursday morning with a couple of rain showers. A few peaks of afternoon sun. Closing in on 70 Thursday afternoon. Rain Friday mainly through the morning. Highs near 70. I'm Ken Boone with the Weather Channel.
This report sponsored by the experts at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate, the real estate leader in Western North Carolina.
Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate is not like other real estate companies. They're built differently. As the #1 family-owned real estate company in the U.S., proven expertise and personalized service delivers results. Let them show you how at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like payroll manager.
Hi, my last paycheck was all in Icelandic krona.
You are welcome.
Welcome?
Given the exchange rate between the dollar and the krona, you're technically a millionaire now. Don't spend it all in one place.
I can't really spend it anywhere.
There's always Iceland.
This is your job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
It's pretty simple. We're neighbors. We're in your city, talking about your town. You can't fake it. Take your favorite spot on the dial with you on the go. Download the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
guaranteed human.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
The road to the college basketball playoffs start in Asheville. Catch the Ingles Southern Conference men's and women's basketball championships March 5th through the 9th at Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville. See some of the nation's best conference tournament action. Then explore a city packed with locally owned restaurants, incredible breweries, live music, and non-stop excitement. Experience it all during the 2026 Ingles Southern Conference Basketball Championship. For tickets, brackets, and event details, visit SoconHoops.com.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It is time for the most important message of the day.
Don't do crimes.
Guess where?
Florida.
Florida. That's right. That's right. We're going down to Hialeah. Hialeah, which is, I think that's down there right outside of Miami. In Hialeah, there's a man named Dean Young. And Dean Young is a young man who hasn't learned how to burglar very well. And he burgled the other day. And he found out one important thing. It's hard to commit a crime and get away with it if you never leave the scene of the crime. It's a very important message that you should all know. Ring surveillance video shows Young getting out of his car in Hialeah, crossing the street, and getting inside a big truck. It's like one of those giant, like, lawn care vans. He broke into the truck to steal all of the lawn equipment inside. Well, the problem is he let the door close behind him, and the door locks from the inside. There's no access to the cab because it's one of them special, like, industrial-type trucks. So he got locked inside a lawn care truck, and it was only because of the screams that were heard on the Ring doorbell camera. So imagine, like, where the truck has to be parked to the Ring doorbell camera, and it was only his screams that alerted people to his presence, and the police were thusly called, and he found out.
Thusly. My story is not from Florida. It's from Chicago. Chicago's Department of Business Affairs and Consumer Protection. Mm-hmm. I'm going to read you a statement, and I'm going to leave out one line, and I want you to tell me what you think this is about.
Okay.
Somebody tried to open a business, mm-hmm. and the city government doesn't have a problem with it. They just want to check things out.
Okay.
You can rent the space. You can bring in your friends. You can go take pictures. You can rent space for special events or whatever you want to do in that area. It's multi-use.
No, it's not.
They're very responsible business owners. They're not irresponsible. They came to us. They were very honest and transparent with us, and we appreciate that. They explained their business model to us. There's a lot of activities they want to do. We issued a cease and desist order until we can figure this out.
Let me guess. They're only selling fans at this establishment.
No, they're not doing that. But you might be in the same general genre.
Okay.
It's a sex dungeon.
Oh.
Yeah, they just wanted to open it. Now, here's my question. And maybe this is my own, civic stupidity. Mm-hmm. So why did you feel the need to start that as a business? Why couldn't you just call that Dale's house? Like, we all go to Dale's house and there's chains and whips hanging from the ceiling and we do weird stuff together. You're not trying to profit from it, I don't believe. Maybe you are.
Well, of course you are. It's equipment rentals.
So you're telling me you're playing the game for the money and not the love of the game.
Right.
There's the difference.
And we charge by the minute, not the hour.
Fornicating's legal, selling's legal. Why is selling fornicating not legal? If I live to be 200 years old, I will never understand that.
That is a very strange way to try to make a living, but
hard times, Daddy.
Yeah.
I win
I'm
the day.
Need some of that hyaluronic acid.
It's for my pores.
I'm just trying to, increase the circumference of my suit.
Oh, that being from Chicago is funny to me. Your entire city is burning down around you, and you're worried about a sex dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No big deal.
Hey, at least they got the prostitutes off the street, though.
Maybe hire a cop. That's the thought.
Take Ubers in big cities. You'll learn stuff about this. I had to sit through when I almost called him Jeremy. When Mark and I got sidetracked, waylaid, if you will, in Chicago, we had an Uber driver that drove us down the street and says, and this is where all the prostitutes used to hang out naked. And city council got upset about that. And I went, so that you're telling me in all these years, that's the only thing that Chicago government has been able to figure out is how to move the naked girls from the airport. Okay. All right. Well, I think I would have started with all the gun crime, but that's just
I was about to say, just as somebody that goes to Chicago once a year, if you could tackle how to make me not feel like I have to suitcase my wallet while I go through yours, that'd be awesome.
Suitcases.
I got to keep my wallet in my prison wallet, and I don't like that.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I love Chicago. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world.
Is it? Okay.
There's just certain places that you don't necessarily want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And one of mine would be in this dungeon where people are doing things.
Now I need to know how close to the airport it is, because maybe that's where all the sex workers were.
You definitely get better real estate rates closer to the airport.
You also get more herpes.
And this Real Estate Minute brought to you by the Sportsocracy.
If you're trying to educate
if you're going to open a nefarious gentleman's club, do it by the airport.
Sure.
You'll like the mortgage payment a lot better.
Profit margins higher.
That's what they don't teach you in business school, boys and girls.
Indeed. Well, we've covered a lot in today's program.
It has been I really feel like we've given a TED Talk. Just so many things have been learned over the course of this day.
Sure. Have there been any other coaching hires that you liked? Everybody's filling in their staffs. Did you see one that you were like, ooh, that guy?
I'm a little intrigued by Seattle. Anytime you hit the highest of highs with Clint Kubiak, it's really interesting to me what it's going to look like on the other side of that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, Detroit's living embodiment of that. You make the wrong hire. And I feel like a lot of people didn't necessarily Janako, I think is his last name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like a lot of people loved the hire because they don't know the name. I'm good with it. It was the guy that was in the building. Or, no, Janako went to the Raiders. The Fleury from San Francisco.
Mm.
He was the one that San Francisco hired. It keeps the offense the same, which is what I'm trying to do. I love how all of this looked. I don't want to change things aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Fleury is his name. I'm intrigued by that one. I don't know a ton about him, but I am intrigued as to how that's going to work.
Mm-hmm. It's that Shanahan system. We're just finding the next. It feels like next man up. Pretty soon, everybody's going to be running the same damn offense all around the league.
Well, I mean, you look at the evolution of the game, and this is what we do. For a bunch of years, it was anybody that's had dinner with Andy Reid is the smartest person in the world. And then we figured out, oh, yeah, that doesn't necessarily translate. The Shanahan system has translated pretty well in a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with it is that you've hired it so thin because so many teams are trying to do this. A, it means teams are after your players more than they were before. B, you're not necessarily getting the top of the class. And this is like picking a doctor that went to the University of Florida. I'm not saying you weren't top of your class. I'm just saying the Columbia guys were not necessarily sad when they got accepted to Columbia. I had to.
But you were.
I don't get to take shots at Florida. My doctor went to Florida.
Ah, gotcha.
He gets mad every time I step in the office. I'm like, did they print that? He's got his diploma on the wall. Did they print that on the back of a Wheaties box? Well, that's actually sturdy paper.
Does he ever ask you for yours?
No, because he knows I don't have one. He also does often tell me it's time for a proctological exam after I make those jokes.
No doubt about it.
The only one that's had 7 of those in the last 6 months.
He's also the only patient that comes back and requests that. So
why have I seen Dr. Woo Woo 7 times this year? You got a lot of problems.
What are you, a cop? So the Cleveland Browns have their new defensive coordinator.
Yeah, he's off the Sala Ulbrich tree. I actually like that.
Yeah, Rutabaga, what's his name? Rutenberger? Yeah, Rutenberg. Yeah, Rutenberg comes. The Cleveland and Atlanta are enjoying this little coach swap that they're doing here.
Yeah, he was there, and now we'll just keep trading between each other.
Right. Kevin Stefanski goes down to Cleveland, and one of the defensive coordinators that was supposed to be there, he was the passing game coordinator, I believe. Now he's headed to be the DC in Cleveland to replace Jim Schwartz, who will never coach again because they hurt his feelings.
He'll sit out a year. He'll be fine.
It's so crazy. I don't remember ever seeing a coach do that. Of just backing out and going, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Well, I mean, look, Jim Schwartz will be he'll probably end up as a consultant somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can't be on the staff, so he can't be on the game day staff. Vrabel did this. When he got fired in Tennessee, he was with the Browns for a year. There were certain things he couldn't do. That's probably what happens with Jim Schwartz.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because he didn't get fired. He just walked away. So he's still under contract to the Browns.
And then there's this to consider. While we're talking about all of these people that could get all these players that could get overpaid in free agency, who's going to be of value, there's another name coming back onto the market. It looks like Derek Carr really wants to come back to the league.
He was on I can't remember the name of the podcast. It was him and his brother. And he said he would come back for the chance to win a Super Bowl. Well, Derek, then I guess you're retired, buddy.
There's not a Super Bowl team that wants you.
Yeah, you are the drunk passed out one at 155 of hell, nobody left.
It was that whole I want to win a Super Bowl thing that really just sticks out there.
Now,
because
could he be a backup somewhere?
Maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe. Okay. What team would that be? Would you pick him to back up Matthew Stafford?
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Okay. I'm thinking, like, how far do you have to go down this path of going, okay, well, so he legitimately has, 3 options? Because there's probably only 3 contending offenses that he could really fit in. Right, and so –
because he's not going to back up Josh Allen. He's not going to back up Lamar Jackson.
No.
So it'd be Stafford, maybe Jared Goff.
Purdy.
I don't think he fits in that system. I mean, and they've got Mac Jones for another year.
Oh, that's true.
Unless somebody comes up with a trade offer that I keep getting told is going to
just stop telling me that Malik Willis needs to get money, because that's another name I'd add to the list. I'll do that first.
Over Derek Carr? That one?
I would do Derek Carr over Malik Willis.
No, I'd take Malik Willis over Derek Carr. an injury-prone guy that was not very mobile in the first place really fits into one scheme, and it's probably not the one I'm running. I'll pass.
I can't do it. I can't do it with Malik Willis. It's just crazy. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. That'll do it for us today. Back with you tomorrow at noon here on ESPN Asheville. And coming up tonight, 6 o'clock, got Tar Heel basketball on ESPN Asheville against the NC State Wolfpack. Stay tuned.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Pleasant weather out here this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, temperatures well above average, all the way up towards the upper 60s here this afternoon. Increasing clouds here tonight, middle to upper 40s. Lots of clouds tomorrow. Temperatures remain well above average. Highs Wednesday afternoon, middle to even upper part of the 60s. Cloudy skies Thursday morning with a couple of rain showers, a few peaks of afternoon sun. Closing in on 70 Thursday afternoon. Rain Friday, mainly through the morning. Highs near 70. I'm Ken Boone with the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-IHEART.
Tuesday, March 17th, the Orange Peel presents Mike Gordon of Fish. Get your tickets now online at theorangepeel.net. Don't miss Mike Gordon live March 17th. See you at the Peel.
I'm Amy Grant. No one was more surprised than I was to learn I was living with a rare heart condition. So listen to your heart. I'm here today because I did. Learn more at helpheart.org.
Oh, you know that sound. And you know how to get rid of it, too. When that craving hits, there's only one place to go. Asheville South Slope. Downtown Asheville, Bears Smokehouse Barbecue. Slow smoked brisket, pulled pork, homemade sides, scratch-made sauces. We keep telling you how good Bears is. Now recognized by the USA Today as one of the 39 restaurants of the year for 2026. Every special occasion deserves a Bear feast. You can order online at bearsbbq.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward. And we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! The Sportsocracy.
One thing that you're going to have to remember, one most important factor, is to protect your quarterback, me.
Yeah! Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see. Depression won't show up on an eye chart, and you can't measure it on your bathroom scale. Sorting out a mental health concern is not something to attempt on your own. You won't find a bipolar disorder by looking at a thermometer. Like many other health conditions, help for mental illness takes professional diagnosis and treatment. anxiety won't just go away under a stick-on bandage. So the sooner you seek treatment, the better. If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. Find out what to do. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support. That's samhsa.gov/support.
Seems really questionable.
We all have questions.
You just always have to question. You can't go on blind faith.
And it's okay to ask questions.
I question the direction that our country's heading in.
Because the world's changed.
I'm a little questionable on some of the more socialist side of things he has.
And so has the answers.
So why wouldn't I ask questions?
Questions.
About everything.
And answers.
A question there.
Better question would be, do I trust any of them?
News Radio 570, WWNC.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeartRadio.
Guaranteed
human.
I love the Raleigh area. I love my teammates,